High School Sports Live is proud to present the featured game in the state of Pennsylvania as the Harrisburg Cougars will take on the visiting Central Dauphin Rams. Today's live broadcast is on ABC 27.3. This game of the week is being brought to you by key sponsors, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency, Commonwealth Charter Academy, and Hoffman Ford. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Gary Sutton. Alongside of me, Archie Smith Jr., and on the other side, we've got Jerome Presley, and we are ready for a perfect day of football here as Central Dauphin invades Harrisburg. Central Dauphin comes in with a 3-2 record, 2-0 overall in the Commonwealth Conference so far. And on the other side, you got Harrisburg, who's 4-1 overall, 2-0 in the Commonwealth Conference. And Archie, when you look at Central Dauphin, they're going to look for a hookup this afternoon, quarterback to receiver. That's going to be one of the main things they'll try to get today.
What you will have Nick Trementi, number 3 from Central Dauphin, a senior. This guy's been a proven 4-year player for Central Dauphin all week. He's coming off of 3 catches for 126 yards last week. So we'll definitely look to see him out there performing on the field today. He is a key viable part to this offense, so they will look to see to get him the ball early. Next would be this sophomore sensation, Max Mosey. I've been with this kid for a long time, and this kid, I've been watching him grow up in front of our eyes. He was a true freshman last year. Now the reins have been turned over to him. Max is growing up right in front of our eyes. He's coming off a 201 yards pass with 2 touchdowns last week, so he definitely wants to keep that momentum going into a very tough and stingy Harrisburg defense.
One of the things we noticed in Central Dauphin's losses so far this year, when they're under 100 yards rushing, they lose the game.
Well, definitely when you have a dual threat like Max Mosey right there, I think they would like to try to get him running the ball plus with a pass. So I look to see some run-pass option today, but we all know Central Dauphin loves to run the ball.
Jerome, when you talk about Harrisburg, you're talking about a juggernaut right now, a team that has taken on quality competition so far this year, 4-1. They got their share of pretty good players on the other side, too.
Yeah, they do, and we can just go days and days with the players they have. Jameer Plant, who I swear it seems like he's been at Harrisburg since his freshman year running the ball, and he had a really good game last week, and he's coming on to his own as a leader of the team, and I think that's what you're starting to see from him, that maturity, and when he gets the ball, it's electrifying. He does well on the defensive end as well. And then you have Kamir Day on the outside at receiver, who's starting to come on as that other big play receiver for this Harrisburg team, and look for them to go deep to him. He's getting open downfield, and those quarterbacks are hitting him. And then you can't talk about Harrisburg offense unless you talk about an offensive lineman and Nate Bruce. Big Nate, they call him. And I'll tell you what, 6'4", 325 pounds, he moves people. So when they run the ball, look for them to run right off of him. And I'll tell you what, he collapses defensive lines on that left side, and Penn State is looking at him to see if they can get him there in a couple years.
What's the key to the game today for Harrisburg?
Well, I think for Harrisburg, as you said in the beginning, they have come out the gates really good. They have played very tough competition. Started out the year against Coatesville, going to Coatesville. Then they go on the road to Ohio and take on a Bishop Hoban team that's one of the top in the nation. So they have been battle tested. CD is going to bring a tough defense, but Harrisburg's been battle tested. They need to keep doing what they've been doing, stay up for games, because Coach Everett has had this team excited to play. And every game, day in and day out, they're ready to play. And if they can keep that excitement up, they have to keep those turnovers down. They'll be able to have success today.
Finally, Archie, key to the win today for Central Dauphin if they're going to get one.
Let's keep our quarterback clean. Let's keep him untouched. Let's not get him rattled. Let's get him going by short passes. Let's get him going in the run game, but not just that on offensively. Defensively, we do not want to give up the big play from Harrisburg, because everybody know they are a very explosive offense. So Central Dauphin is going to look to contain that explosive offense and look to get their sophomore sensation Max Mosey into a rhythm early.
The preliminaries are done. The weather is great. The fans are gathering, and we got a great Commonwealth matchup for you here this afternoon. It's Harrisburg and Central Dauphin on ABC 27.3.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free homeownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of homeownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
And welcome back to Severance Field here on the campus of Harrisburg High School for this afternoon's Central Dauphin Harrisburg football game. And Central Dauphin will be kicking off They're wearing their white and green today with their Rams helmet on there because they are, in fact, the Central Dauphin Rams. On the other side, wearing white helmets, black and white uniforms, Harrisburg, the Cougars, ready to receive here this afternoon. Doing the kickoff, Zach Pomeroy will take care of it. Short kick down to the 10. Taken there by Harrisburg near side. It will be taken down at about the 15-yard line where Harrisburg will set up first down and 10. Gary set with Jerome Presley here this afternoon. Also, Archie Smith Jr. with us down on the sidelines, the coach for us today. And Jerome, looking forward to this one.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. You have two extremely good defenses. And again, we'll get a chance to see Central Dauphin on defense right away and seeing if they can bottle up this Harrisburg team that is explosive. And Archie talked about that in the pregame.
Harrisburg with a football. Ball spotted out at the 17-yard line, first and 10. Good handoff to Plant. He'll get about 3 on the play. Should be second down and 7. One of the things that's going to be interesting for fans to watch here this afternoon, Jerome, is the 2 quarterback system that Harrisburg runs.
Yeah, definitely. And one of the things that we talked about was how very similar each quarterback is. So there's no need to change the offense in any way.
Get the inside handoff and fake. This time it's Williams with it, and Williams gets hit. Takes the hit, gets out to near the 34-yard line, and Nakari Williams, some good depth ball handling on that.
And again, you're going to see this defense. They do flow very well to the ball. One of the things that impresses me always, year in and year out with Central Dauphin, is their ability to fly to the ball and tackle well, and they'll have to do that today.
Central Dauphin giving up just over 10 points a game right now. Harrisburg at 13 defensively. So the first down of the afternoon here for the Cougars. Kari Williams fakes it again, looking to the middle, has a pass over the middle, wide open across the 50 into Central Dauphin territory. Nice pass from Williams. So he found his man over the middle there. Trevion Carey for the first pass.
And I'll tell you, Charlie, one of the big things that we talked about at the pregame was mistakes. Harrisburg has a tendency to make a lot of mistakes, specifically penalties. So they'll get backed up a lot in games. The good thing is they've been able to survive them because of how explosive they are. And
here's one of those penalties right here. It takes it all the way back from into CD territory, back down to their own 28. So for Harrisburg, first down and 15 now. Takes the plan again. Williams keeps it. Williams dodges one. Gets out near the 34-yard line. Brought down there by Amir Walton, senior defensive end.
And that's what you're seeing. Williams is doing more run-pass option stuff with Harrisburg. And as you saw from the 2 pass plays, that's exactly what you saw. He's reading the defense to see what they give him. If they come up to play the run, he's going to dump it off. If not, he's going to run. And in that one, that was just a called run for him on a quarterback draw.
Here's Nakari Williams again. Takes a snap, looking down the middle. Throws it, intercepted. Central Dauphin. Elijah Vargas with the interception, and Central Dauphin has got the ball in prime territory here at about the 32-yard line of Harrisburg on the interception by Elijah Vargas.
And Vargas is that outside linebacker. He gets his drop. That's what you want. You get your drop to play in that passing lane. Williams' pass is a little underthrown. Vargas gets under it, gets up the field. That's a good play and a good start for the Central Dauphin defense.
That was going to be a tough pass to drop in over his head, by the way. So Central Dauphin sets up. Max Mosey at quarterback, the left-hander. And the Harrisburg defense will get tested here. Big opportunity early here for the Rams. 9:51 to go here in the first quarter. Handoff inside. Good turn and then cut down.
And that's what Jameer Plant gives you, or on the defensive end, his ability to come up and make plays on the defense. This defense is very fast, so being able to flank them is going to be very difficult because of the speed from the defensive line all the way to the second linebackers and into the secondary. They flow extremely well to the ball.
Timmy Smith with a carry that time. Second down and 10. Fake to inside to Smith. To the outside it goes, and there's that matchup we talked about earlier. Tremente getting the nice little pass, which in essence is almost like a run play, isn't it, Jerome?
It definitely is. You want to get a short pass to Tremente, let him use his athleticism to try to get up the field. But again, that Harrisburg flow as far as east-west, I mean, they are very, very quick. So again, flanking them is difficult. You see an out pass, it only gets a couple of yards because that defensive flow and how fast they are.
Reminds you of that quick out pass, the old sweep that you used to get in the old days. So third down now. About 6 to go. Central Dauphin looking for a first down here, trying to take advantage of the interception. Mosey downfield, nice look, nice deliver, nice catch. Malaki Bowman with a great catch down there for a first down near the 16-yard line.
And Gary, I'll tell you, if you're looking for somebody on the offensive end that could explode, it's Malachi Bowman. He has had an amazing year for this Central Dauphin team on both sides of the ball. He's been electrifying at wide receiver as well as defensive back.
Malachi Bowman does a nice job of coming down, just kind of button hooking and stepping back to the ball. First down and 10. Inside handoff, and he falls down on the play. Handoff again to Timmy Smith. No gain.
Yeah, and Timmy just slipped on that. I think, you know, what Timmy was doing was probably the right thing. Is instead of going wide, you see a seam, you want to take it right up the gut because you don't have a lot of time to get through that hole against Harrisburg.
It'll be second down now. Loss of 2 on the play. It'll be second down and 12. Trips far side. The quarterback runs a lot of times off this. And a completion again is going to be to Malachi Bowman for a short gain.
And that's the thing, you want Malachi to get upfield, not dancing around too much, and he kept coming more and more and losing yards. And instead of getting upfield and just try to get what you can. Any loss of yards against Harrisburg is difficult, so just get upfield, get what you can.
Early going here, Mosey delivers the ball in the numbers, doesn't he, Jerome?
He does, especially on these out patterns that they have. You know, he's a young quarterback. He's starting to come along. He's starting to get better. At the beginning of the season, I think they brought him along slowly. Now they're trying to let the reins off of him a little bit.
Oh, and he had a man open down the middle as he was looking. The intended receiver, Timmy Smith, just overthrew him a little bit. So it looks like they're going to try for the field goal. Aaron Stauffer will be kicking. Holding for him will be Nick Tremente. So Stauffer, 37-yard field goal attempt here. Kick is down. Kick is up. Kick is short.
And that is a huge stop for the Cougars. I mean, you're talking about a turnover. You know, Central Dauphin gets close to the red zone, and Harrisburg is able to keep them out with no points. That's huge.
Let's check in with our coach down on the sideline right now, Archie Smith Jr. Archie?
I actually thought the Central Dauphin was going to get some points in because they do have a great field goal kicker, but that was a good stop for Harrisburg, and that was also a good stop for Central Dauphin getting the turnover on Harrisburg offense, guys.
Of course, Harrisburg coached by Calvin Everett today. On the other side, you have Glenn McNamee for Central Dauphin, 2 outstanding coaches in this Commonwealth division. So Harrisburg gets the ball back now. First and 10. Quick out, almost intercepted again. And this time you have John McNeil in there at quarterback.
And again, you're going to see the two quarterback system with Harrisburg. Again, both quarterbacks do pretty well, but in that case, when you're throwing an out pattern, that has to be a rope, because if not, Gary, that is a pick six. That's a pick six opportunity and a very good defensive play for Central Dauphin.
And I think you saw the scouting there by Central Dauphin, knowing that they could play up on that, knowing what was coming. So got to watch that pass. That was almost picked off for a pick six. Second down, 10. Harrisburg, 4 receivers wide. Pass across the middle, wide open. A nice pass, first down for Harrisburg as they're out to the 35-yard line. And on the pass there, Trevion Carey with the catch.
You got Chimenti defensing it on the back end. Again, you see Harrisburg attacking the seams in this defense in the passing game and trying to get the ball to their skill players so that they can do something with it in the middle of the defense.
John McNeil straight back, looking sideline, has his man, dives into Central Dauphin territory. And again, it's going to be Carey with another catch.
And I'll tell you, one of the things, Gary, that I've seen from this Harrisburg team, you talk about the two quarterback system. People have different thoughts about that, because some don't believe it's a good idea, some believe that it is. But it ends up being not a bad idea when you have a quarterback that can come in McNeil, and he comes in, and if one of them is struggling, the other one tends to be doing okay.
I said Carey, it was Kamir Day with the catch there, forgive me. So ball inside at the 48-yard line for Harrisburg as they're on the march right now. Handoff, middle, loose ball. Who's on top of it? Looks like Harrisburg recovered the fumble. So it'll be second down now. And one of the things you talked about, and this might be a storyline so far, mistakes. Mistakes and penalties. You have to watch that if you're the Cougars. A lot of times you can absorb that by the fact that you have make so many big plays, but they can also knock you out. Second down, 7. Quick pass, intercepted again. There it is. And all the way downfield, here we go. Chimenti still alive. Chimenti getting across inside the 20, down near the 15. Chimenti with the interception. Just as we said, those mistakes, they jump up to bite you.
And they were right on cue. You just said it, and what happens? A pick. So both quarterbacks come in and throw an interception. This one wasn't so much on the quarterback, unfortunately. It hit the hands of the receiver, bounces up in the air, and we know when that happens, it's anybody's ball. Then Chimenti gets the ball and turns into an offensive player. So now we have a flag, and we'll see what that's about.
You have all the guys you don't want to see have it. It'd be Chimenti working his way back downfield if you're Harrisburg.
It's again.
So the ball all the way down, halfway to the goal line. And Central Dauphin is going to set up down near the 3. Make that out at the 7. First and goal for the Rams at the 7-yard line. Again, courtesy of another interception, 2 so far here in this game.
And again, 2 drives, two turnovers for Harrisburg. So right now this offense can't get going.
Handoff inside to Timmy Smith. Not much going there for Smith. He stopped near the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a couple of yards. Not really.
Well, we know the Cougars will make it difficult to get in the end zone. This is not going to be an easy task. That defense tightened up before. Now they have less field to work with. So don't be surprised if they show well down here again.
When you look at Mosey, many times you see these trips, you're going to see the quarterback run. Mosey's got that whole left side maybe to take off on. Let's see what happens here. Trips near side. Mosey the sophomore, an inside pass. So good pitch inside, down to the 5-yard line now for Central Dauphin. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal. The handoff inside that time to Elijah Vargas.
And that shuffle pass, the goal there is to get that flow of Harrisburg to go against them. As they're coming one way, the flow comes the other way with the shuffle pass. See if you can catch them off guard.
3rd down and goal now for the 5. Big play coming up here for Central Dauphin. Again, trips near side. Vargas lined up just ahead of Mosey. There goes Mosey off. We said that far side might be open, and he's in.
And Mosey can run, so we know he can tuck it and go. And now you have this Harrisburg defense that's been put in a bad situation. They come with a blitz from the left side. Mosey reads it and is able to go to, or they come from blitz from the right side. He's able to read it and go left and get in the end zone.
What sells this, you see Vargas make a good block inside there, the running back, and then there's no one home to get Mosey as he trots off into the far side of the end zone. So Central Dauphin on the board first. Again, mistakes hurting Harrisburg. 2 interceptions so far, and this time Central Dauphin cashes it in. So lining up here is Zach Pomeroy for the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up. Kick is good, and Central Dauphin is up 7-0 here with 3:43 to go in the first quarter. We'll take a break. We'll come right back on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Welcome back to Severance Field here at Harrisburg High School, where Central Dauphin has scored first off their second interception. This time they cashed it in. Let's head down to Archie Smith Jr., our coach on the sideline.
Hey guys, one thing we talked about in the pregame, Jerome, was the run-pass option for Mosey. Mosey is very dangerous. He knows how to use his feet. As you can look, he looked the defense off. I don't know if that play was a design play, but to me, down here on the field, it looked like he looked the defense off to his right and scrambled in to the far left side of the end zone for a touchdown, guys. Great play call.
Here's the call. Kickoff right now for Central Dauphin. And brought down very quickly out near the 16-yard line for Harrisburg. It's going to be Kamir Day. Let's take a look at this last drive. And they took advantage this time of the interception, didn't they? There it is.
Yep.
Get the tip. Chimenti works his way all the way down near the 7-yard line. They have the inside pitch there, gets it down to the 5. And I think that set it up for this.
Yeah. And again, you know, it looked like there was a blitz coming, and Mosey saw it and then took off the other side. And like you said, there was such a good block on the back end by Vargas. That's the little things that you get to spring your guy to get in the end zone.
So Harrisburg with the ball, 1st and 10. Plant dives out over the 20-yard line, near the 22-yard line. Jameer Plant. And we switch back to Nakari Williams on the quarterback again. So back and forth we go. I know that makes a lot of people uncomfortable, but as you said, whatever system works for you.
Exactly. I mean, both of them have both thrown interceptions. And the one thing I am seeing from Central Dauphin is they're sitting back in the zone, and they're daring these quarterbacks to pick them apart.
Williams looks outside. A little low. Looks like it's going to be incomplete. Oh, they're going to call it complete. Out near first down yardage, might be just a little bit short. Now, if you're in college right now, you might be taking a look at that again.
Yeah.
Take a look. See, does his hands get under it? This is a pretty low pass, actually. And a good call by the official. They hit, right there. Maybe the nose of the ball was on the ground, but first down for Harrisburg as they dive forward. Good work by the camera crew, Chad Edwards and the crew out here today, and always give you the best of pictures. So first down and 10 now for Harrisburg as they need to answer right here. It's 2:43 to go in the first quarter. And Harrisburg with a first down. Ball out at the 34-yard line. And lifted up on the far side for Harrisburg. Again, one of those mistakes we talked about, and it's going to march them back 5 yards.
Yeah, and again, I mean, Central Dauphin is they're going to sit in this zone, and they flow very well to the ball. One of the things to keep an eye on with Central Dauphin is the linebackers. They have some very good linebackers year in and year out. You have Paul Clark. We already talked about Vargas. Number 23, Ficca. All these guys, these linebackers, they are linebacker high school at Central Dauphin.
Williams looking deep. Does he have his man? Another interception. Great tip that time by Nycene Sims into the hands of Malachi Bowman in the third interception of the first quarter here for Harrisburg.
It looks like we'll have a flag as well.
Looks like it might be a face mask.
But again, Central Dauphin, I mean, they don't have a problem with letting these quarterbacks sit back there. They're not rushing. They're playing coverage. And right now, these quarterbacks, that one hits off the quarterback's hands, again, bounces in the air once it hits the receiver, and it's a live ball for everybody.
So third interception here in the first quarter. Take a look.
Oh, sorry about that.
Corey Williams looking deep, nice arm. Just a little bit underthrown, and then of course the old tip play, tip it up in the air, and the guy behind it picks it off, and there you go.
Yeah, and I mean it's a live ball for anybody, and again they're going to dare Harrisburg to beat them. You saw the no pressure on the quarterback. They're rushing 3 maybe and putting everybody else in covers.
So Central Dauphin with yet another opportunity provided by Harrisburg here as they get the ball at their own 40 after the penalty, and Mosey sets up shop again. Max Mosey, who's been very, very good so far in this game. Inside handoff it goes, and out near the 45-yard line on the inside jet sweep, Malachi Bowman, who just made the pickoff a moment ago.
Yeah, and Malachi, you know, he has been a star for this Central Dauphin team on both sides of the ball. He can get upfield, and again, Central Dauphin has to run the ball, and I like the fact that they're still trying to do it. Even if they're getting 5 yards. 5 yards is good. That's getting you in good down and distance. You're second in about 6 right now.
That to the inside handoff again as diving out near the 50-yard line is Daniel Ficca.
And now look at your down and distance. You're 3rd and 2. So that's the perfect scenario. Your entire offensive arsenal is open at 3rd and 2.
Working their way out toward the 50-yard line, 2 yards away from a first down here. New player back into the game now, Elijah Vargas. Look for some power on this play. Straight up the gut and met in the backfield. What a great tackle. And for Harrisburg, coming up to make the play, Tamik Everett Evans sticks him from the linebacker spot.
Did he fill or did he fill?
Oh, look at this.
And this is downhill playing right there from Harrisburg.
That's going to bring up a punt situation here for Central Dauphin. So Harrisburg stuffs down the big opportunity here for Central Dauphin. Under 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Central Dauphin leads at 7-0 here on High School Sports Live TV. So Central Dauphin looking to get it out of there now. And does. Good long punt. Taken by Plant. Plant gets taken down right there at the 15-yard line. Good coverage downfield by Central Dauphin. And again, Malachi Bowman, who's playing a heck of a game on both sides of the ball right now.
He'll be all over the field. But again, Gary, I mean, you're talking about Central Dauphin has been able to, each drive, they got an interception. So if you're Harrisburg, you've had 3 drives, 3 picks. You only gave up 1 touchdown. So in that sense, you're in good shape. But you have not been able to complete a drive yet without a turnover. So that's something that Harrisburg has to figure out how to stop these turnovers.
And you've only gotten into Central Dauphin territory 1 time thus far. So for a team that has a high-powered offense like this, averaging up close to 28 points a game, they're trying to get it in gear right now. Let's see if they do it here as we get close to the end of the first quarter. McNeil back in at quarterback. Inside handoff out near the 20-yard line. And that will be carried that time by Kiev Gregg, the junior, as we tick down to the end of the first quarter here. Close to it, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break. 7-0. Central Dauphin leads Harrisburg here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Hi, my name is Ed Stentz.
And I'm Stephanie Stentz.
And we're with Premier Catering.
Premier Caters has been in business 30 years. We're a family-run business, just like Capital Region. We cater all types of events, from weddings to family reunions, funerals. We've done our clients' weddings as well as their children's weddings, and then their children's baby showers. So we've we've been pretty integrated in this community for the last 30 years. Capital Region has covered us even for things that we didn't think we had coverage for. At one time, our computer had gone down. It took us 3 months to recover. Another time, we had a walk-in that went down with thousands of dollars worth of food in the cooler, and they covered us for everything. Being insured by Capital Region has been really great for our company. As a small business, we like to be able to pick up the phone and call when we have questions and get a person and get real answers from people that know us and we know them.
I would recommend Capital Region to any other business because they're always there for you.
Ready to start the second quarter here. Let's head down to Archie Smith Jr. Archie, tell me about the flow of the game so far from your perspective along the sideline.
What you can see Central Dolphins trying to capitalize on every turnover. I mean, these guys are hyped over there. Meanwhile, Harrisburg, I mean, these guys are used to starting slow, so they started slow when we came to the game in Postgame as well, and then these guys will start getting it going. So one play here, one play there. Harrisburg is going to look to be going, but right now Central Dauphin is playing outstanding defense, guys.
Well, if it doesn't work in the air, you go to the ground, and John McNeil said, I'm taking off. That was a design play for the quarterback, and he picks up the first down.
Hey, and both quarterbacks, as we saw, can run the ball. I think the difference between this situation and other situations with Harrisburg is the turnovers. I mean, they've starting slow as far as having to punt the ball or 3 and outs, but actually turning the ball over in their own territory is a different feel for this team from what we've seen so far. So
you remember also they recovered their own fumble too. So he actually had, here we go again, and going to be taken down on the high snap. So McNeil taken down all the way back inside the 20-yard line, negates his whole first down run before. He's at the 18 now. Big loss on the play for Harrisburg.
And that's on the sack. Jackson Talbot comes up 6'3", 221-pound senior from the defensive end position, comes in and gets the sack on the quarterback.
How about 2nd down and 24 now for Harrisburg? So the mistakes and the little ball handling errors are really costing them thus far here in this ball game. Looking for the screen here, and again another great cover up front as Paul Clark, a junior linebacker, dives in there and smells out the screen the whole way. That screen took a long time to set up.
And that's the one strength. That's one of the main strengths of the Central Dauphin team is their linebackers. Year in, year out, they have linebackers that work very well together. They run like a 3-4 type of scheme with 4 linebackers on the field. They all can tackle. They all flow. They're all short. You don't see a lot of big linebackers at CD, but they're all extremely talented at their position, and they tackle so well.
And very, very quick. So 3rd down, 24 yards to go. Just where we just kind of run it and get some space here for yourself. Harrisburg to the outside, they're trying to find Plant, and Plant take you down quickly there. So Central Dauphin targeting in on Plant that time, not targeting in a bad way, but a good way. And the takedown there by Amir Walton again, who's been very active thus far in this game.
Yes,
again,
he has.
Amir Walton out of his defensive end spot. So pretty good field position coming up here for Central Dauphin, you would think, on the punt.
So think about it. Look, this is the linebacker setup for Central Dauphin. You have Vargas, who's 5'8", about 176 pounds. Mitchum, who's 6 foot tall. You got Ficca, who's 5'9", and you got Clark, who's also 5'9". So they're all short linebackers, but man, are they stout in the back.
Look at this kick out of there. I mean, this was a big boot all the way down. Takes a Harrisburg bounce inside the 20, down near the 16 or 17-yard line. So a great reversal of fields there by Harrisburg on the punt.
And right now, for this Harrisburg team, their defense is keeping them in it. But you have to ask yourself, how long can the defense keep this up as the offense keeps fluttering with 3 turnovers so far, a bad snap, put you in bad down and distance. You have to punt the ball, and now the defense is right back on the field again, asked to shut down this Harrisburg team. And they're good. But you're putting in some bad situations in a very hot climate.
And unlike Central Dauphin so far, who has been airtight on their offense, the mistakes have put the defense in this position. So Central Dauphin lines it up again, this time at about the 17. It'll be 1st down and 10. Max Mosey running the operation here. There he is, got a man out on the outside. Completes it to Shamlin Joppi out there. 6'2" junior.
Harold O'Neal, number 4, puts the lick on the defensive side.
Gain of 5 on the play to be 2nd down and 5. Ball out at the 22-yard line. You got Trips far side. Put a man in motion now. Fake the handoff. Mosey looks down. He's got his man out there again. And it's going to be to Elijah Vargas.
He may have enough for a first down, though.
I think he did have enough and then got pushed back. It'll depend on where they spot that forward progress. And they say it is a first down. Good fake here on the inside. And then there's an easy pass, little pitch and catch out to Vargas. And Vargas manages to get the first down by the slimmest of margins. Ball out at the 30-yard line now. Just that inside look again, and good running out near the 32. Good handoff on the inside one more time for Timmy Smith. So he picks up a couple of yards on the play, make it 3. 2nd down and 7. Again, good handoff inside. Smith very patient, waiting for his blockers to set up.
And what you see, Central Dauphin is not trying to get everything on one play. They're just methodically taking the ball downfield, playing mistake-free football. If they have to punt, they punt, but they try to get these first downs and build up those first downs.
Well, of course, when you put your offense on the field, that keeps Harrisburg's offense off the field, right? And again, another first down on a quick pitch and catch. Finding his receiver, Shamlin Joppi again, who's his favorite guy on this particular series.
And look for CD to eventually, they want to suck these defenders up and keep them up. And once you do that, then you can try to see if you can get behind them. But right now, they're just playing patient football. Solid, patient football is not necessarily flashy, but it's getting the job done, and it's keeping the clock running, too, as you're up 7-0.
And Mosey's getting no pressure put on him in the backfield so far. Pulling guards this time, and then quick out. Got his man on the near side. That's going to be Tyrell English for a quick gain of about 3 yards, maybe 2 yards. They'll mark it back a little bit. So it'll be 2nd down and 8. Archie Smith down on the sideline right now. Archie, Central Dauphin really starting to get into a rhythm, aren't they?
What you're saying there, if you have a young quarterback this against aggressive defense like that, you want to continue to keep moving the pocket. If you see, all of his passes has been on the outside of the pocket, so they having him throw on the run.
Here comes the blitz. Inside handoff again to Timmy Smith. Timmy Smith dives out past the 45 to about the 48-yard line.
So again, 5 yards here, 6 yards here, 4 yards here, 3 yards here. They're going to take what Harrisburg gives them and be patient in their play. And this has been a good thing, because think about it. The more offensive plays you're running, that means that defense is still on the field constantly. In this heat, think about the 3rd, 4th quarter, what that'll look like if you can keep this going.
See what they dial up on this play. 2 receivers out far side, 1 near side. Got Timmy Smith in the backfield with him. Does Mosey. And Mosey's going to keep it himself. You're going to get a penalty flag called. Should be illegal procedure, I believe. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty, and that changes things a little bit.
And that's the one thing you're Central Dauphin you don't want to do, is make a mistake. And there you go. You have a mistake. You get pushed back a little bit. Now you're in third and 10. That's where Harrisburg wants you. 3rd and 10, 3rd and 15, 3rd and 20. Look for those defensive ends, that defensive front to come get you. That's what they want to do.
And these little 5 and 6 and 7 yard pops on passes are good. Now you got to make a 10-yard pop and see what they have dialed up. Call timeout right here, and we'll take a break as well. It's 7-0. Central Dauphin leads Harrisburg. 8:27 to go in the 2nd quarter. It's all here on High School Sports Live to be on ABC 27.3.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stellar Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory, with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
And coming up at halftime here, Jack Giambavo halftime report, the Highmark halftime stats, mid-bank first half highlights, and a little bit of scuttlebutt between Jerome, Archie, and myself about the first half. Let's get down to Archie Smith Jr., our coach of the sideline. Archie, big play coming up here on 3rd and 10.
Well, as you can see, Central Dauphin has been setting up. They've been trying to get Max Mosey in a good routine with a good rhythm by throwing all short passes. But like you guys said, it's 3rd and 10 right now. Let's see, do they take a shot right here?
2 receivers near side, 1 far side, and Mosey and Smith in the backfield. See what they come up with. Mosey looking to run. Mosey still looking to run. He's going to get taken down inside the 40-yard line. And again, it's Plant spelling him out that time for Harrisburg.
And you see the defense able to flow. I was wondering if maybe Central Dauphin would come up with a screen play here to try to use that speed of Harrisburg against them. But again, they tried to set up. Mosey, a young quarterback, got flustered very early, and once he did, he tried to run. You're not going to run wide on Harrisburg.
Well, but, you know, the smart thing there, he didn't make the mistake. You know, we're throwing it down there, make the mistake. And so he said, hey, give my team a chance to punt it out of here. Pretty good field position. So the punting will be done here by Zach Pomeroy. Pomeroy's got it. And this time, not a particularly good punt. Let's see who gets the roll. Oh, do they ever. Harrisburg gets the roll, and tracking it down, it's going to be Pittman. Pittman gets loose. Pittman coming up the field. You're going to get a penalty flag down back near the 2-yard line. Another one right here.
Yeah, and that was one of those interesting situations. I was wondering if a flag was coming. At first, I didn't know if it looked like a block in the back, but they may be getting Harrisburg with a block in back on the first one. Man. Not sure what the second one is.
And a 3rd flag on the far side, like a hanky fest here.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So everybody tossing yellow.
A lot of laundry on the floor.
Guys, what we're going to have here is a multiple violations of blocking the back. Now the thing about it is which flag does Central Dauphin decide to take, because these flags are spot fouls. So the farthest one would be the one they would take, which bag Harrisburg up farther against their backs.
Archie, it's going to take about a half an hour to explain that, I think, to the coaches with so many flags down on the field, right?
As you can see, they're just trying to see which one do they decide to take. As you can see, the farthest flag down the end zone that this referee is picking up, you definitely want to take the penalty that's farthest to the back of the end zone so you can back your opponent up. So that's what Central Dauphin is trying to decide right now, guys.
Well, they're explaining to Calvin Everett right now what the penalty is. Then they'll go over to the far side, and they're going to explain over there to Glenn McNamee what his options are.
Blocking the back.
Blocking the back, okay. A personal foul against.
Offsetting.
Yeah, so offsetting penalty. So the ball is out to the 16-yard line after all that. Take a look right here. We'll see the block in the back coming up. And that's one of those blocks in the back where he's trying to stay away from him.
I don't know if he touched him though, Gary. I mean,
I don't either.
I didn't see that, and that's what I kind of saw in live action. I didn't know he touched him because Matt Bowman went for the lunge. So Harrisburg dodges a bullet with the offsetting penalties, but it doesn't look like that would have been or should have been called, but hey, it is what it is.
So Harrisburg back in business again here with 5:12 to go here until halftime. And Nakari Williams. So, Jameer Plant on the carry. Just 1 yard gain. 2nd down and 9. Under 5 minutes to play here until halftime. The Rams lead it 7-0, courtesy of some mistakes, 3 interceptions, and they cashed one of them in. Good pass near side this time by Williams, and finds his man Kamir Day. Sure-handed Kamir Day takes it down the field, gets a first down for Harrisburg.
And again, it looked like Harrisburg caught Central Dauphin changing. They didn't have enough men on the field, and now it looks like CD is going to get penalized, possibly.
Unsportsmanlike, as I guess you're seeing a little bit of choppiness right there from Marcus Holton. They pointed at him. Holton's still hot back there. Got to keep it under control.
And CD, up to this point, has been playing a relatively clean game.
Yeah, they really have. They haven't been hurt by penalties at all. And this penalty is like a 15-yard pickup. for Harrisburg with the clock sitting still. So 4:41 to go. That's a huge play here for Harrisburg right now.
Yeah, you don't want to give them yardage. I mean, you keep giving them yardage. They're a team that'll make you pay for it eventually.
So it's first down for Harrisburg at their, well, that's out at the 50. The nose is touching the 50-yard line. Nakari Williams in at quarterback right now. Plenty of time to go here in the first half. Same play they just had a moment ago and straight ahead. And again, nice pickup there by Kamir Day. Almost needed a new uniform on that one. He got stretched.
And I'll tell you, I'm liking this kid. And I like what Harrisburg is doing now. Let's just get into a rhythm. Let's get these quarterbacks into a rhythm by throwing short passes as opposed to trying to go downfield and get it all in one play.
Good stick that time by Therese Fuller for Central Dauphin. A good fake there, and now downfield. Boy, a nice face make by Williams, and then another fake to the outside. It probably bought him in like at least 3 or 4 more yards there, Jerome.
And you see that run pass option with Nakari Williams getting upfield, not wasting a lot of motion. Get north-south, get the first down.
Yeah, now watch him look to the outside, and you saw just for a moment he froze another man out there and took him out of the play.
And the goal is if the defense converges, he'll just pass that out to the outside and give it to one of his playmakers.
Williams straight back. Going to go with it himself. Watch that. He had that ball hanging out there for a moment. And he'll go down near the 20-yard line, near first down yardage.
Yeah, Nakari Williams can be very shifty when he's running. I mean, will he burn you for 60 yards? Not necessarily, but very shifty and able to make guys miss. Watch but that ball is out.
Watch how close right there this gets to be taken away. You see the guy reach it out, had his hands on it, and he pulls it back in. But waving that ball out there is going to get you in trouble. Good pickup, though, by Williams on that one. First down, Harrisburg. Ball at the 22-yard line. Inside handoff. Inside the 20, down near the 18 on run by Kyle Williams, Jr., a freshman. 5'9", 165 pounds.
And you'll see a lot of youth on this Harrisburg team, as good as they've been. They have a lot of youth, a lot of juniors, sophomores, even a couple of freshmen that are actually getting some really good time playing for the Cougars.
Second down and 8 now for the Cougars as they're on the march. 2:53 to go here in the first half. And don't forget we'll have our Jack Giambalvo halftime report coming up. Now you're looking outside again. Instead, you're going to run it. And you're going to get a hold that's going to call it all back. And so the Cougars get nailed for holding here. Huge call.
Yeah, and I mean, you won the down and distance on that play. Nakari Williams is able to get a good amount of yards to get close to a first down, and then all of a sudden a hold brings them back. So again, that Central Dauphin defense, they're going to make you earn everything. They have 3 guys in rushing at any given time, and the rest are in coverage. So you have 8 in coverage there. So they're not. That means your passing lanes are not going to be easy. They're going to be tight windows that you're going to have to methodically get the ball out, and they have deep coverage on the back end. So they're doing a good job of keeping everything in front of them.
The other thing, too, is you're taking a long time to set up a play like that, and you're kind of a little bit indecisive. Makes your other guys have to hold their blocks longer. And again, you're going to get another hold call here, it looks like.
There's like a whole bunch of flags that seem like came out at one time.
And here's what you said at the top of the show, these mistakes right now really hurting Harrisburg at key times. The 3 interceptions we talked about, but now it's penalties in key moments here where they're driving, looking like they might tie this thing up.
And we've seen them weather mistakes and still blow teams out on the final score. But at the same time, this Central Dauphin team you have to be careful with because of how sound they are on defense. They're not going to just let you just blow the ball downfield. You're going to have to work for everything. And if you're making mistakes, it just makes it that much easier for them to play their brand of ball.
Calvin Everett is not going to be the happiest guy right now, head coach for Harrisburg, is just getting people together down there to talk over how they backed it up now. Almost 20 yards, and it's 3rd down and 30 yards to go. 3rd and 30. Let's go down to Archie Smith right now. Archie, looked like Harrisburg was knocking on the door, and all of a sudden, the door pushed him right out.
Well, one thing that I've I've been observing. I switched sidelines, so I'm on the Central Dauphin sideline right now. And one thing, the philosophy that Central Dauphin is doing, they're using a lot of bodies, guys. As you can see, it's hot, it's humid down here. I mean, my feet are even smoking down here, guys. So Central Dauphin is using a lot of different guys. As you can see these holding calls, there was 3 different defensive ends that they were using going against Harrisburg's line. So they're getting fresh guys every time, guys. So let's see how does Harrisburg adjust to this, and let's see can Central Dauphin sustain the substitution.
What do you mean your feet are smoking? They're always smoking, aren't you?
And yeah, you talk about that at the defensive line. I'm noticing that at linebacker too. They're shuffling guys in and out at linebacker as well, so keeping guys fresh as they can. And they eat.
What do you got for 3rd down and 30? That's the big question here for Harrisburg. 4 receivers out, 2nd and 30, forgive me, 2nd and 30. Okay, they say, how about over the middle? And another interception. And this one might be all the way back. Nope. Central Dauphin picks it off again, and this time it's Paul Clark. 4th interception of the first half, and again, off a tip pass there.
Yeah. 4 interceptions, 2 are by the linebackers, so they're cutting in front of these lanes. But in these, and actually out of the 4, I believe 3 were tipped in the air. So receivers, it bounced off. Where you saw, in that case, you saw Jameer Plant. He catches the ball and just pops it up in the air, and that's, these are going to go on the quarterbacks for the picks. But 3 of these picks came off of receiver hands.
You see Harrisburg, a few heads drooping here as they go to the sideline,
and that was right in the breadbasket there for Plant.
So Mosey's going to set up right here for Central Dauphin. Let's see what they get. Inside handoff, inside pitch rather. Spelling it out nicely on the play is Harrisburg. Looks like Anthony Day Jr. in on that one from the linebacker spot. So it'll be 2nd down and 12 on a 2-yard loss. Time becomes a factor now, 1:44, 1:43 as the clock ticking. Central Dauphin does not appear to be in a hurry right now. Mosey on the rollout, throws it near side. Did it hit the turf? And the official said, yes, it did. It's incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. 4 interceptions in the first half.
Yeah, that's just hard for Harrisburg right now. They just can't get anything going. And once they do, you either have a turnover or a mistake or a penalty that backs them up, and then an interception. And unfortunately, 3 of those interceptions have been on, they've hit the receiver's hands, and then they just get popped up in the air. And again, these Central Dauphin linebackers in secondary in the right place at the right time.
Little pass right there on the replay. It was awfully close to having his hands under it. I'm not quite sure it was incomplete. So here's Mosey, straight up. Oh, he missed his assignment. Mosey was looking for Vargas, and Vargas was not on the same page at all. He was still running with his back to the play.
Yeah, Vargas would have, they definitely weren't on the same page. If he was, that would have been close to a 1st down, and probably the first time that Central Dauphin actually went downfield. Now, one of the things I do notice about CD, and watching them year after year after year, they don't take a lot of shots downfield. When you watch them play, they are content with being methodical going down the field. And sometimes you want to, I think the fan base wants to see them take those shots. Let's go get big play, and you don't see it often.
They're going to whittle you down. They're not going to try to scalp you, right?
Right.
So they're going to kick it out of there now. Oh, and a fake. What a place for a fake. But they're not going to get anything but about 3 yards on it, and so Harrisburg will take over on their own 40-yard line.
And just a big hit by that defense. And I'll tell you what, Harrisburg has once again held four interceptions. 3 times your defense held and gave up no points. So the defense is put in bad situations, but they come up big on this play. And now, can they do something else? Can this offense get going and put points on the board against an extremely tough Central Dauphin defense? We're seeing that today. This is a tough defense. 4 turnovers in the first half.
Well, the nice thing with the offense for Harrisburg is you have a different quarterback every time, so the memories are short on the interceptions, right?
Yep.
They're going to take it inside. Will Harrisburg to Kiev Gregg.
And there's Clark again, number 40 at that linebacker position on the tackle. He's having a whale of a game, man, in the inside of that defense.
Now 40's name being called all the time here. Second down. About 6 to go. Across the middle. Oh, my goodness. And that's going to be...
and this was an amazing catch.
Oh, and it's amazing he got up.
And they may get Chimenti for a defenseless receiver on that play.
Yep.
But, man, Carey, I don't know how Carey came down with that. I don't know how that happened.
Trevion Carey with the catch and then just clothesline. Well, let's take a look here. There's 2 flags on the field. So we're waiting to see what the officials are going to call here.
But one thing I've seen, guys, is after the vicious hit, it was a little push after from Chimenti on Carey. Just let them know, hey, I'm here all game. And right now, you guys know that they're trying to clean the game up. They're trying to take away hits like that.
Right.
But Jerome, we know, man, playing in our days with that, man, that was a part of the game right there.
Yeah, and they're going to get it for a shot to the head, too. So,
guys, this is a total of 30 yards that's going to be tacked on to this. And this is a crucial play going with 50 seconds left.
Wow.
Well, I tell you, that was a hit. Chimenti got up and then taunted after the hit, which you don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So the pass was a dangerous pass. Yeah, Chimenti, you know, he didn't go head-to-head, but it was a defenseless receiver. Like Archie said, sometimes, you know, you're coming up to make a big hit, and the bottom line is those big hits just aren't there anymore. You can't do them like that.
Now the question is, did Chimenti go out of the game now?
I'm not sure. I think they may be discussing
That's what they're talking about.
Well, one thing, guys, I don't think that this is like college,
right.
where you get ejected for the targeting.
Okay.
I think this was just a defenseless hit. Now, those are 2 different penalties. You have targeting, like Jerome said, which is directly towards the headshot, and you have a defenseless receiver right there, which was a great tackle. But like I said, they're trying to clean the game up, so they're going to take away those hits right there. So they're going to give him a defenseless, and he continues to stay in the game, guys.
So far, Chimenti is in there.
Yeah, I think they initially didn't tack on the unsportsmanlike part of the foul, so they had to add yardage to that.
Well, so Harrisburg, who has been hit by penalties and interceptions so far, now is the receiver. Have some good news on the penalties. And they are knocking on the door now with about 53 seconds to go. Make that 52.3. So let's see if they can take advantage of this.
Gary, you asked me before this game started, was this a rivalry? And it was interesting because I couldn't answer that because I know that they've had some amazing battles, but I didn't know if it's set up for a rivalry yet. But I will say this. If it's not, it can be, and it should be. As close as these schools are, they know each other. This could be a huge rivalry between these 2 big schools, especially if both are doing well. So I think that potential is definitely there.
So the ball all the way down to the 15-yard line now for Harrisburg. It'll be first down and 10. You got 52.3 seconds to go. Don't forget our Jack Gianvalvo halftime report coming up. Our Highmark halftime stats, mid-Penn Bank first half highlights. We got it all going on. And a great interview at halftime as well. So all straight ahead here on High School Sports Live TV. Still sorting everything out here is the official. Calvin Everett wants to make sure he understands precisely what's happening here and where they are. So Everett is satisfied now. Officials will head back out. John McNeil on this series, quarterbacking for Harrisburg. We say that because they alternate each series, Dakari Williams and John McNeil. Trips near side, inside handoff. And a great tackle back there by Naeem Sims. Sims, a defensive back coming up, as it was Kiev Gregg looking like he might have some room for a moment. So Harrisburg with no gain on that. Holding against Harrisburg, so here you go again. You walk it back.
Yeah, I mean, you're in the red zone, and another holding penalty backs you up for Harrisburg. So you have an opportunity to get on the board right here, and you just can't afford to have these penalties that keep bringing you back. in this game. But we talked about at the beginning of the game, Harrisburg has a tendency to make a lot of mistakes, and they're making a lot of them today.
I think key moments right now, and now you're in a throwing down. Across the middle, good catch. Nice patience that time by McNeil, and then found his receiver, Kyle Williams Jr., over the middle.
Yeah, Tyrese Fuller, man in that safety position, coming up and making the stick. Again, these Central Dauphin defenders, they are smacking right now. I mean, you know, you're seeing, I mean, and this has been a defensive struggle. I mean, we talk about the Harrisburg mistakes, but the Harrisburg defense has shown up today as well. You know, we talk about the Central Dauphin defense because they have 4 interceptions. This Harrisburg defense their offense have been put in bad situations, and this defense has thrived each time except one, and they were down pretty deep to give up that touchdown. So this is a defensive battle, and I don't think we thought anything less.
We've had some great defensive battles this year. Of course, the opening game of the season for Harrisburg down at Coatesville, a replay of last year's semifinals, that 14-6 game. And, of course, Central Dauphin has been in a number of low-scoring games this year. When you look at their scores so far, they lost to Wilson 13-21, then they won 31-6. But then they came back, and they were Berks Catholic. Then 7-10, they lost to a good Manheim Township team. 13-7 over CV, and then 62-7 over Carlisle in a pretty good affair. So
they won different ways. I mean, they won,
did.
you know, with those tough defensive battles, and then they had a couple of blowouts as well.
And Harrisburg, when they've had to a tough defensive battle, has walked out a winner too. That 14-6 win over Coatesville, highlighting their 4 wins so far this season. So here's Harrisburg now. Oh, just a little high.
And again, these quarterbacks have to get the ball down, man, because these guys are getting teed off on in the back end from that Central Dauphin secondary.
He was looking for Kamir Day in the seam of that zone, and that zone is tough. It's a little tight down in that area, and it looked like Day was open just for a moment, but he overthrew him, and again, could have been an interception. Another time out on the field. We'll take a break as well. It is Central Dauphin 7, Harrisburg nothing. 13 seconds to go in the first half, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
And 7-0, 13.8 seconds to go here in the first half. And let's go down to Archie Smith Jr. right now, our coach on the sideline. Archie, what do you get dialed up right here with 13 seconds to go? You almost have to throw it to the end zone, don't you?
Well, I want to let them know, let's make the smart play right now, but I want to also to calm my quarterback down to make the best read to try to get some points here before the half to spark our team.
So 13 seconds to go here. See what Harrisburg's got going on. They send trips out far side, single receiver near side, one man in the backfield with O'Neal. O'Neal looking for the end zone, and the 5th interception of the first half. Again, he's everywhere. Elijah Vargas with another interception here in the first half. That is the 5th interception of the first half. He did throw it to the end zone, Archie, but unfortunately found the wrong uniform catching it.
Well, you can see, man, Central Dauphin is causing a problem with this zone scheme. They're showing a lot of different reads that the quarterback is seeing. So he's thinking that he has one cornerback on the backside that he can throw the post to, but these linebackers are playing deep underneath coverage, and it's just hard to run those over the end zone routes when you have underneath pass defenders.
I think if you're Central Dauphin, you'll take a knee and you'll go to halftime with the lead here on Harrisburg's field, and that is it. Halftime here at Severance Field, and Central Dauphin beating Harrisburg 7-0. Stay tuned for our Jack Giambalvo halftime report, our Highmark halftime stats, and our mid-pen first half highlights, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how school should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
You just went. Here's the deal. Road trips can get pricey. At rest stops alone, there's lunch, snacks, gas. So instead, I go to Giant and get bonus buy savings on everything we need to stay on the road.
I forgot my retainer.
If we ever leave.
Everything you need at prices you'll love, only at Giant.
Our brand boneless, skinless chicken breasts, this week $1.69 per pound.
This month only, the heat is on at Hoffman Ford. We must sell 100 new Fords, so we're turning up the heat with our biggest savings ever. New 2019 Ford F-150 XLT, not $10,000 off, up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% financing for 72 months, and up to $7,000 off MSRP. Over 50 in stock. Don't go anywhere else because
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford in Harrisburg.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stadler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over $25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
And welcome back to our Jack Giambalvo halftime report here at Severance Field on the campus of Harrisburg High School. 7-0 at the half here, Central Dauphin. And Archie Smith up here with me. I'm Gary Sutton. And let's take a look at the Mid-Penn Bank first half highlights. And a lot of the highlights were highlights for Central Dauphin in that first half, mostly interceptions. Let's take a look at it right here, Archie. You take a look here at Williams looking downfield, and that was the story of the first half. Interception after interception. Malachi with the first of 2 here in the first half. Here's another look outside, tipped, and yet another interception, this time by Chimenti, who takes it all the way down, and this time they were cash in with a good sprint to the outside by Mosey.
Yes, as you can see, Max is using his legs right now. One thing on this pass right here, the ball kind of hung up a little bit, and as you can see, a lot of the picks are coming off of deflections, and that is great ball awareness by the Central Dauphin defensive backs.
Here again, another tip, another pickoff. Down the field he goes, and it was just that way. And then here in the end zone at the end of the half, the biggest one, trying to look down there for Kamir and not able to hook up with him. So you look at the first half here, Archie. What stands out for you so far?
Well, one thing what does stand out is the Central Dauphin defense. These guys are setting back. They are prime. They're not, you can tell that they are going over everything that these guys have practiced all overall the whole week. But one thing that what stands out to me is Central Dauphin played this team real tough in the Mid-Penn Championship last year. They came up with a scheme that provided a very different scheme towards Harrisburg, and you can see that they came right back to it. So one thing that stands out to me is the different schemes and the different coverages that Central Dauphin is opposing for the Harrisburg quarterbacks.
You know, one of the things that you really have to look at here is the zone that Central Dauphin is playing right now. Central Dauphin really playing that zone well, and Harrisburg looks like they're being a little impatient against it a lot of times.
Well, one thing you can see as well, like I said, on the interception down here towards the end zone, once a quarterback comes to the line and make one read, that's the read that he's going to try to go through all the way through. But Central Dauphin is showing him something else. They're lining on the outside, they're acting like they're blitzing, and they're jumping back in the pass coverage. But if I'm Harrisburg right now, I am not panicking. We have 5 turnovers and only giving up 7 points, Gary.
Yep, Central Dauphin playing a good, conservative game right now. They lead by 7 here at the half. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
You just went. Here's the deal. Road trips can get pricey. At rest stops alone, there's lunch, snacks, gas. So instead, I go to Giant and get bonus buy savings on everything we need to stay on the road.
I forgot my retainer.
If we ever leave.
Everything you need at prices you'll love. Only at Giant.
Our brand boneless, skinless chicken breasts. This week, $1.69 per pound.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, Stellar Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, and introducing the all-new Genesis of York. The Giambalvo family of dealerships. Over 25 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family has been a part of your community for decades. Find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at giambalvo.com.
High School Sports Live is proud to sponsor the Giant Food Fight this year in partnership with Giant Foods to support the Central PA Food Bank. To find out how you can support the Central PA Food Bank, volunteer or donate non-perishable food items, please go to www.centralpafoodbank.org.
Fans, does your players have what it takes to be part of the largest, most successful AAU basketball program in Central Pennsylvania? Team Pennsylvania AAU Basketball is having their fall AAU tryouts the weekend of October 26th and 27th. Team Pennsylvania continues to set the standard for high-level AAU, having sent the most student athletes to college than any other Central PA program. So to register for the fall tryouts, go to www.teampahoops.com.
This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section and ask students to consider Capital Region's challenge to young drivers that a text or a call can wreck it all. AT&T is challenging students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as part of It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit itcanwait.com.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambalvo halftime report. Jerome Presley here, and of course we have Archie Smith Jr. And guys, I want to take a look at the second half here. These two coaches have a lot to talk about at halftime. Let's start first of all with Central Dauphin. You talked a little bit before there, Archie, about they're playing a pretty conservative game. They're doing things right so far, not making a lot of mistakes. What's their coach saying to them right now for the second half?
Guys, we're playing fine. Let's continue to do what we worked on all way. Our preparation is fine, but let's not go out here and get above ourselves. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's make sure we go out and make sure we take care of the ball. As you can see, Central Dauphin has 0 turnovers because they are taking care of the ball and they're all relying on their defense.
On the other side, Jerome, one of the things I noticed in the first half is Mosey doesn't have to, rush at all. He didn't get rushed one time. The defense for Harrisburg is not getting to him at all, and so the sophomore can pick out his receivers wherever he wants to go.
Yeah, I mean, for Harrisburg, the biggest thing for them is turnovers. I mean, and penalties and mistakes, all the things that we thought was could be a problem for them. But right now, to be sitting with 5 interceptions right now, you were in the red zone on 2 occasions. Both times you get it picked off. Your defense is bailing you out. I mean, you think about it, 7-0. Many times, if you're in a football game and you have 5 turnovers, you're down a lot more than 7. So that defense has, on the other side with Harrisburg, has done their thing. So if you're Harrisburg and you're sitting in there, okay, offensively, what can we do to figure out the zone? Right now, they're in the Central Dauphin is in a zone. They're not letting you do anything, and the reason why it's working because you can't run the football. Their defense is able to stop the run, and they can just sit back in zone. So you have to come out and try to establish yourself on the ground. You have to be able to establish yourself, get control of this game, and then try to go up top. Right now, you're not able to do any of that because you can't. You're making too many mistakes, number one, and number two, you can't figure out the zone, and you're trying to hit home runs all the time too, and that's not working. So they have to calm down and try to find a strategy that works, that they can limit these mistakes.
Archie, one other thing we would need to mention before we take a break here is the swirling wind down there. That's not helped the passing game a whole lot. You're going to see some balls hang. We got a lot of wind going on right now.
One thing that was the determining factor was the sun. Like I seen a couple of guys from Central Dauphin coming over. These guys were just barely making it to the sideline, and when they made it to the sideline, they was met with a cold towel and a lot of ice. But one thing, that cloud is starting to cover up that sun now, and the wind is starting to pick up. So let's see, does Central Dauphin or Harrisburg, does the wind factor in them throwing the ball deep right now?
Central Dauphin with a short passing game so far. Harrisburg with a passing game that's been completed too many times to the green and white. So let's see who makes the change here in the second half. All coming up here on High School Sports Live. And fans, now we'll get a word in from Abby Miller from OSS Health.
Guys, I'm here with Dr. Abby Kelly from OSS Health. She's a sports medicine doctor. Abby, you've seen your share of concussions in the office. Let's define what is a sports concussion.
A concussion is defined as a functional injury to the brain versus a structural injury like a brain bleed, stroke, things like that. So, you can either get hit in the head and sustain a concussion, or you can get hit in the body, which causes a rotational force to the brain. The brain rattles inside of the skull, causes an injury really at the cellular level.
Talk about what the signs and symptoms are of concussions.
Some key signs and symptoms of concussion include headache, dizziness, sometimes vision changes, nausea, even vomiting sometimes.
Let's talk about how you treat concussions.
Brain rest is the treatment for concussion, at least in the initial stages.
What is the return to play, the protocol for that?
I have them repeat what's called an impact test. The athletic trainer will take them through a 5-day return to play protocol.
You have 2 little girls yourself, and you were an athlete at Dallastown.
As a mother myself and kids that I anticipate will be involved in athletics, it's extremely important to get the word out on concussion and educate people.
High School Sports Live is proud to sponsor the Giant Food Fight this year in partnership with Giant Foods to support the Central PA Food Bank. To find out how you can support the Central PA Food Bank, volunteer or donate non-perishable food items, please go to www.centralpafoodbank.org. This year, High School Sports Live is partnering with Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T to bring awareness to distracted driving. Each game will feature the Capital Region Insurance Agency and AT&T student section, and ask students to consider Capital Region's challenge to young drivers that a text or a call can wreck it all. AT&T is challenging students to join millions who have taken the pledge to drive distraction-free as part of it It Can Wait campaign. To learn more, visit itcanwait.com.
Fans, does your players have what it takes to be part of the largest, most successful AAU basketball program in Central Pennsylvania? Team Pennsylvania AAU basketball is having their fall AAU tryouts the weekend of October 26th and 27th. Team Pennsylvania continues to set the standard for high-level AAU, having sent the most student athletes to college than any other Central PA program. So to register for the fall tryouts, go to www.teampahoops.com.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance. This month only, the heat is on at Hoffman Ford. We must sell 100 new Fords, so we're turning up the heat with our biggest savings ever. New 2019 Ford F-150 XLT, not $10,000 off, up to $13,500 off MSRP or 0% financing for 72 months, and up to $7,000 off MSRP. Over 50 in stock. Don't go anywhere else because
Hoffman has it.
Hoffman Ford in Harrisburg.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
You just went. Here's the deal. Road trips can get pricey. At rest stops alone, there's lunch, snacks, gas. So instead, I go to Giant and get bonus buy savings on everything we need to stay on the road.
I forgot my retainer.
If we ever leave.
Everything you need at prices you'll love. Only at Giant.
Our brand boneless, skinless chicken breasts. This week, $1.69 per pound.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
High School Sports Live is proud to sponsor the Giant Food Fight this year in partnership with Giant Foods to support the Central PA Food Bank. To find out how you can support the Central PA Food Bank, volunteer or donate non-perishable food items, please go to www.centralpafoodbank.org.
Welcome back to Severance Field here at Harrisburg High School, where it's 7-0, and we're just about ready to start the third quarter here. Gary Sutton, Jerome Presley, and Archie Smith Jr. And Archie, final thoughts here to start the second half. What are your thoughts?
Well, guys, this is a big drive for either team. It's a big drive for Harrisburg. It's a big drive for Central Dauphin right now. One thing you're going to see, I'm trying to see who's going to receive the ball, and I think it'll be Central Dauphin. Central Dauphin will be receiving the ball. If Central Dauphin is able to drive or sustain at least a 4 to 5 minute drive, I think that'll be able to wear some of these guys that's going both ways down for Harrisburg. But if I am Harrisburg right now, I am trying to go with a 3-on-out, rally my offense, and see can we go down the field and get a quick score, guys. What do you think?
Jerome Presley, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree, Archie. I mean, I think for Harrisburg, you have to, because of the fact that your defense have played so well, you have the ability to throw out that first half and just say, you know what, let the game start now. You got to cut down on the turnovers. You have to cut down on the penalties, and you have to sustain drives in your own right and try to figure out this zone. And what you do is you get your guys in the locker room, you sit your offensive line down, and you say, what is the guy in front of you doing? How is he coming at you? And you figure out a strategy of how you can change that. With these linebackers, there are going to be openings in the zone. They're going to be there. That's what a zone is about. It gives you openings, but quarterbacks have to be accurate. They have to put the ball on the money, they have to put the ball on time, and they have to put the ball in catchable spaces. And if they can't do that, then they'll get picked off again.
We're talking a little bit about the wind here, and you're seeing they're actually holding for the kicker right now to kick off the second half as the flag has picked up blowing there. It's kind of a cross field from nearest across. And a flat kick here. Taken by Central Dauphin across the 25, across the 30, and out near the 32-yard line. It's Chimenti again, who has been a factor in this game so far. So Central Dauphin gets the ball here. We'll check and see what these coaches talked about at the half. But a big drive here. I think Archie was right. You know, if you're Central Dauphin, you can eat some time up here and continue your momentum from the first half. You really establish yourself again. On the other side, Harrisburg wants that 3 and out and show what their offense can do when they're not making mistakes. So Mosey, who's done a nice job in this game so far, our quarterback, hasn't made any mistakes. Sophomore. Takes the handoff inside. Quick pass to Chimenti out in the flat. Chimenti starts to go one-on-one and gets about 5 on the play.
Yeah. And that's what Central Dauphin wants to do. They have to get the ball to Chimenti as much as possible. He is their game breaker, or one of them.
Again, play action fake inside, freezes everybody for a moment, gets Chimenti a little bit of opening. He just goes one-on-one out there and picks up 5 yards. So it'll be second down now and 5 to go. Here's the inside handoff near side to Timmy Smith. And Timmy Smith brought down by 3 Harrisburg players.
And we know there is no going east-west on Harrisburg. You're just not going to be able to go wide. You have to figure out a way to find a lane up inside and then try to cut up as fast as you can, plant that foot, and see if you can hit a seam. You keep going wide. The more and more you keep going wide, the faster they get, and they're able to cover that distance pretty quickly.
Saquon Carter-Barton in on that tackle, leading the threesome. Now it's third down coming up here. And again, you have 5 to go. Just beginning the second half right now. Central Dauphin leads it. Good pass. Going to be a first down, or was a first down. Let's see where that ball gets spotted, because it was right on the line when he caught it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to give him the forward progress.
See the officials standing right where the flag is over on the far side. So let's see where he puts it down. It looks like first down from where we're sitting.
So again, Central Dauphin take what they give you. You need 5. Your player does a 5-6 yard route, comeback route. He comes back at 5, gets tackled at 5, first down.
And they're going to measure it. Archie, you're standing down there right along the line. It looks like they've got it, but they're going to measure it anyway and see what we have.
Well, this is one big thing. I mean, we've been talking about this in the games from the previous, about them taking the measurement. We've seen first downs not be first downs and first down become first down because the coaches are not requesting, or the referees are not requesting the measurement. And there you have it right there, guys. It looks short, but on the field, it's a first down.
First down for Central Dauphin, so the first in the series here. So 3 and out was not to be for Harrisburg. So out near the 43-yard line right now at Central Dauphin's ball, and the Rams are moving. Trips near side. One man in the backfield with Mosey. That'll be Timmy Smith. Mosey inside, handoff to Timmy Smith, and he's getting some big yardage here. All the way down to the 40, down inside to the 36-yard line of Harrisburg, and Timmy Smith with a nice bolt right over that right side.
And if you're going to attack Harrisburg, that's where you try to attack them. It's right up the middle. I mean, not saying that they haven't been strong there, but this is one you just give it, and you just plant that foot and you go north-south, and that's exactly what Smith did on that play.
Great interior blocking that time. Smith gets it again. Smith again fighting down near the 35-yard line, maybe 34. So all of a sudden, Central Dauphin goes to the running game and mix it up with those little passes, and Smith, very effective the last 2 carries.
And again, when you're in this kind of heat, I mean, there's nothing wrong with leaning on the running game. I mean, that's one of those things that you want to do is get your guys. It's easier for blocking on the offensive line. They know who to block, and their goal is just to move that player out the way as opposed to pass block.
Smith again, steady diet here. He's got a first down and more. Inside the 15 or the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Timmy Smith, the main weapon on this drive. And Central Dauphin marching right now. Look at Smith again, great blocking. You saw the block up front by number 57, Jacob Hicks.
Yep.
And they just keep battering away inside the 20, down to the 17-yard line goes Central Dauphin. And Central Dauphin playing with confidence right now on offense.
They are, and again, you run the ball. You lean on that offensive line, and that defense is starting to get tired from all the playing that they have done. Harrisburg's going to try to substitute some guys out, but that now they're in, really struggling. They got guys just walking in.
Smith again. Check that this time it's going to be Daniel Ficca diving forward. So Ficca down to the 15-yard line. And they've now got a manageable 3rd down situation. 2 yards to go.
And I wouldn't be surprised if this is 4-down territory for Central Dauphin.
I agree with you.
Right now, Harrisburg is caught in substitution problems right now. So you have guys that are coming on the field before the play stops, so now they have to call a timeout.
Harrisburg really out of sorts right now. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
And we are back right here. Big 3rd down play, 3rd down and 2, and I think you're right, Jerome. I think this is 4-down territory. Mosey, inside handoff. And again, it's going to be diving forward, Timmy Smith, but not much there.
He may have even lost a half a yard on that play.
Archie Smith, it's 4th down. It looks like it's going to be 4th and maybe 1. It looks like it might be a field goal unit coming on here for Central Dauphin.
Well, one thing, guys, that you're going to see, and this is a great call right here. Jerome, I was with you, is a 50-50. Go for a 4-down territory, but I do have a good field goal kicker. So right now in a game like this, a mid-pin Commonwealth tight game like this, I'm going to go for the points.
Zach Pomeroy was out here practicing just before the end of the half on these. Was nailing them pretty well. Let's see what he does here. It's up. And it is no good. Just wide to the right. So once again, Harrisburg turns them away.
I mean, you talk about how good of a drive that was for Central Dauphin. They found something in the running game. They get there. They get right into the red zone, have an opportunity to put some points on the board. Harrisburg gets them at 3rd and 2. Then the 3rd down comes, backs them up to 3rd and like 3.5 to 4. They kick it, they miss it. Harrisburg's defense holds again.
So still just a 1-score game right now for Harrisburg as they have ducked all the possibilities here. 2 missed field goals so far, 5 interceptions, and they're still just down 7-0. They've got the football. There's a fake right there, and then pulling on the jersey from behind is Central Dauphin's defensive player in there. Looks like it might be Chimenti again. Also on top of that, number 58, Evans Mwangi.
The Jackie and Bobo family of
second down and
dealership.
5. Good gain on the play for the Cougars.
And Williams take, a almost broken play and gets, 4 to 5 yards on it. So that's positive yards. So you can't argue that.
So got Dakari Williams in at quarterback this time. Inside handoff looks like Plant. Plant out across the 35-yard line for a first down for Harrisburg.
And that's what if they can get Jameer Plant, the one thing he gives you is he is a home run threat. He is someone that if he gets a lane, he can go the distance. Well, so they want to get him going.
Look at the pulling guard there. Good block there for Plant. Plant able to skip on through, get out to the 35. First and 10 now for the Cougars. They start their first offensive series of the second half here. Downfield, you got a man open. There it is. And he finds his man downfield, does Williams. It's Kamir Day. And
I'll tell you,
Day gives him some daylight.
Day gave him daylight, and Williams, he's probably at his best when he can do that. Day was able to read what was going on, did almost an out-and-up situation, and he helped his quarterback out, got open, deep ball, beautiful pass, and Chimente makes a probably touchdown-saving tackle.
And the kind of defense that caused those 5 interceptions where they're getting up and playing the lanes, that time getting behind the defender and getting downfield and being able to throw into space. Ron, not going to be much gain on this one as Plant with the football. And I think they're going to give Plant the football a lot this half. He didn't get it that much in the first half. It was kind of divided between him and Kiev Gregg.
And it's going to be hard sledding. Those linebackers they're very, very aggressive. They play a lot of downhill. You have 4 linebackers that play downhill football.
Take a look at the jam up front there. Nice job by Central Dauphin at the line of scrimmage. Second down now, 10 for the Cougars. Looks like a blitz coming. There goes Williams taking off, and Williams inside the 25, down at the 24. So it should be third down and about 7 yards to go here for the Cougars.
And here, I think Williams was going for his first read, which wasn't there. And I think one of the things that Harrisburg was complaining about was that the receiver on that right side, they're thinking got held a little bit, which caused Williams to pull the ball down and then try to get what he can get. So his first read wasn't open, and then he took off.
Good job of picking up the blitz that time, but Williams took off and got a couple yards of the play. So it's third down now and 7 yards to go. You got to think this is maybe 4 down territory. Here's Williams. Takes the handoff, has his man over the middle, catches him down near the 16-yard line. Should be enough for a first down as he found Trevion Carey once again. First and 10 for the Cougars as they are on the march now.
Now, the key again, Gary, is going to be can they not have a penalty that backs them up or turn the ball over down here. You're in the red zone.
2 big passes on this one so far. Kamir Day catching the long one, and then Carey now with a short one over the middle. Ball at the 17-yard line, first and 10, Harrisburg. Cutting out the mistakes the second half, first and foremost on their list of do's. And there you go, another wide one there. Kamir Day all the way down inside the 5, another first down for the Cougars as they are now looking like they're getting in some tempo for the first time today.
Yeah, and they're getting Day involved. The 5'11", 170-pound senior is really starting to take off. So getting the ball to him, and as you can see, the one thing that we see on this drive, Harrisburg hasn't made mistakes. This has been a mistake-free drive from them. And again, you're not going to always have those games where you're just going to be big playing it downfield. Sometimes you have to methodically take the ball downfield, mistake-free football, and punch it in the end zone at the end of it.
2 receivers, far side, 1 near side, 2 men in the backfield with Williams. Going to be a handoff in this play. There goes Plant. Plant diving for the goal line. Going to come up about 2 yards short.
And it's amazing how open that looked initially, and then you see that swarming Central Dauphin defense.
Seen a lot of guys slip on the turf today a few times on some of those cuts. Second down, goal to go. And a timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Timeout for Central Dauphin. You're watching High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move. mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
Erie Insurance.
4:21 to go in the third quarter here. Harrisburg is knocking on the door. It is second down and goal. Let's go down to Archie Smith Jr. Archie, big play coming up here. Do you think Plant gets the football again?
For one thing, I think it's going to be a run-pass option with Nakari. Either he's going to hand the ball off or either he's going to keep it. But right now, you see them going in a regular traditional I formation right now, guys, so this will be a handoff.
Got Harold O'Neal in there. Plant is actually out right now. Looks like a blitz to jam the line, and there is O'Neal with the football, trying to stretch to the goal line, not going to get there. Comes up, it looks like about a yard short. Third down and goal.
And number 4, Vargas, one of the linebackers, just came blasting through that hole. They both came. I mean, you saw so much action. He comes and blows up that play. And just, you know, and you do the right thing. You get on the legs of the ball carrier if you can't bring him down solidly so he doesn't have that power to keep going.
Here's Williams. Hand up again, diving over the right side. Looks like they might be in. Handoff went to Tamik Everett Evans. And Evans blasted in over the right side for the touchdown. He had to wait to see what the official's call was. But Evans is in there, Everett Evans, and Harrisburg within 1 now of tying this game up.
And Evans gives you a little bit more beef, 230 pounds straight ahead against this tough Central Dauphin defense. And I'll tell you, he got in, but it wasn't by much, man. Believe it, that defense is serious. So anybody out there that questions this Central Dauphin defense because they have a couple of losses, I mean, be warned, this defense is hard to run on and play on. And Harrisburg, they got in a great drive by Harrisburg.
Everett Evans just barely got it across the line, but you only have to just barely get it across. Now the extra point, very important. Down, kick is up, kick is good, and Harrisburg in their first offense in the second half has tied this up 7-7. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
This is an education that focuses on your child's unique interests. It's taking field trips and making friendships. And it's what a modern-day public K-12 education looks like. This is Commonwealth Charter Academy, and this is how schools should work. CCA is an online public school available at no cost to all Pennsylvania families. Learn how Commonwealth Charter Academy can work for your family at ccaeducate.me.
And let's head down to Archie Smith Jr. on the sideline. Our coach on the sideline, Harrisburg, finally got it tied up, Archie. Looks like a different team. No mistakes that time.
Hey, one thing that we talked about coming out was which team was going to sustain a drive, which team was going to take the momentum right there. As you can see, we had a missed field goal, and you can see Harrisburg drove the ball all the way down. Now the game gets very interesting. Harrisburg is hyped. CD still is hyped. Now we're going to see how can Central Dauphin come out and can they sustain another long drive. One thing that we haven't been seeing was number 34, Timmy Smith. This guy is a north and south runner. Let's see where they feature him again in the possessions going down the field, guys.
Harrisburg definitely with the momentum right now as they took that missed field goal and turned it into real points on the other side. 3:38 to go here in the third quarter, and Harrisburg kicking off. Flat kick all the way down. Taken there by Central Dauphin. Malachi Bowman is just dropped. Absolutely dropped there, and a great tackle.
And that's why when you're on kickoff recovery or kickoff return team, you get the ball and you get north-south. You don't dance around.
DeMonte Perez with that. Now take a look at this last drive, and there was the big play of the drive. Kamir Day getting in behind the defense, and then a nice pass again to Day, and then the inside handoff, and finally the touchdown heading over the end line by Tamik Everett Evans. 7-7, 3:33 to go in the third quarter. Central Dauphin, the big series coming up right here. Good pass to Chimenti. He lost the ball for a moment, and now he gets it back, and they're going to say, was it incomplete? So he held on to it for completion, lost him, but recovered his own fumble.
Well, let's see. I mean, this Harrisburg team now has some momentum going in, so let's see if they can do something with it.
2nd down, 7. 2 receivers near side, 1 far side in motion. There's the handoff. Timmy Smith's got it coming around the near side, across the 30, out near the 35-yard line, about a yard short of the first down.
And I'll tell you, I like how number 3, Dennis, played that on the outside. He kept contained, and Smith was able to get some yards. Now it's 3rd and about 4, and because he kept contained on the outside, he didn't allow that to get any further. So he's able to get contained and then make the tackle.
It's going to be 3rd and 2 now, they say. There you see Calvin Everett on the side. Got his team back in this thing now. Mistake-free drive last time, and now they're trying to get free it out here. Central Dauphin trying to find a way to cash this first down in. Mosey takes the handoff. Nice pass, wide open over the middle. Again, it's going to be Chimente. And Chimente is their go-to guy. Yeah. Whenever they need a play, he seems to be the guy that Mosey wants to look for.
Even if it's for a 4-yard pass play. You just want to get the first down. They needed 3, they got 4, they got a first down.
No huddle offense right now, trying to get that defense for Harrisburg not to be able to get a breath or get organized. So 2 receivers near side, 1 far side for the Rams. Ball at the 39-yard line. Mosey. Wide open man again, short gain, and then he turns it into about an 8-yard gain as he finds his man Therese Fuller on the far side.
And Therese has some good size on the outside. He's 6'3", 174 pounds. I mean, you want to see him get more active, especially in the red zone. You know, you can do some jump balls with him and get him the ball more often because he has a really good size catch radius, and that's what you want. See if you can get the ball to him inside.
2nd down and 2. This might be where you want to get a quick handoff. We'll see. He's got Ficka with him there in the backfield, and Ficka straight up the gut, and Ficka with more. Ficka inside the 45, down near the 40-yard line, and Big Dan Ficka plowing the road ahead.
And there's that. They figured something out coming out at halftime, and they rode that bread and butter on the first drive after the half. And you see it, that right side, something's happening over there. So if you're Harrisburg, you got to figure out a way to tighten that up.
First down again for the Rams. And there you got a pop-up, and there's the first mistake of the afternoon for the Rams. Again, one of those tip balls, and the first interception for Harrisburg. And momentum really riding the side of the black and white right now.
So we saw Harrisburg be victimized of the ball going off of the hands of your receivers, and now what happens, it comes back to Harrisburg, and they got a pick. Big interception by Dennis.
Huge turnaround here in the 3rd quarter, so let's see if Harrisburg keeps the momentum going offensively. Archie, turnaround is fair play, I guess, and the tip ball, and you get an interception if you're Harrisburg.
Well, if you go back to the replay, you can see the defensive back, number 11. He sat back. This was the play that they got burned on the 3rd down, so he sat back and baited. It was him that got a tip on the ball to be able to cause a deflection, and Jerome knows, like I know in the DB, that's tip drill, baby.
So Harrisburg now with a chance to capitalize. Over the middle comes Plant. Plant's going to get about 3 on the play, maybe 4.
And again, Harrisburg's goal, you know, you may have to methodically take the ball. Can they do another drive with mistake-free football, keep moving the chains, and not saying you can't hit the big play, but right now this defense is not necessarily allowing you to hit the big play. But the big play can come in many ways, and it can come from your running back too.
Well, and Plant is capable of that big play anytime. So 2nd down and 5 now. Plant goes in motion, and a little pitch out, and Plant's got some room. Oh, and he slips again. Seen some slippage down there in that turf this afternoon, and he had some room to roam.
Yeah, you called it. You were talking about the slippage, and again, with this heat down on the surface, so we talk about how hot it is up here in the stands. The playing surface is hot as well. So when you get that hot, you get that little bit of dew on there, and before long, you have guys slipping around with their cleats.
So a loss of 1 on the play will make it 3rd down and 6 yards to go. Let's see if they find Kamir Day again. They seem like to go to him. Near side, Crevion Carey.
and that was a good adjustment by McNeil. He comes out, moves around the pocket a little bit to buy himself some space, and then Carey comes back to the quarterback. He helps his quarterback out. He knows he has the first down. Just get me the ball. I got the first down. I'll try to get whatever I can after that.
Carey came back, sat down there. Very easy pass to throw. Timeout on the field. And that is it. End of the quarter. And we would like to thank the Harrisburg Cougar cheerleaders who have taken the opportunity to help us team up against hunger in partnership with Giant Foods on behalf of the Central PA Food Bank. Now, before the game, the Harrisburg cheerleaders joined the Giant Food fight by bringing in non-perishable food items to help eradicate hunger in Central Pennsylvania. We ask you at home to join the fight by donating money, time through volunteering, and most importantly, non-perishable food items. To learn more about how you can help, go to www.centralpafoodbank.org. That's www.centralpafoodbank.org.
And again, next week we have we'll be sticking with Central Dauphin again. We'll be at Central Dauphin against Altoona, and that'll be the Thin Blue Line game, honoring the law enforcement officers and firefighters at that game. So that'll be another opportunity. High School Sports Live will be there at that game as well, so we'll get a chance to see Central Dauphin against Altoona at the Thin Blue Line game at Landis Field at Central Dauphin.
Let's head down to Archie Smith Jr. Your thoughts, Archie, here at the end of the third quarter about where we're going right now.
Well, guys, and Jerome can attest with this, as a player, you know, the first and the second quarter, guys, is really off adrenaline. The third and fourth quarter is when it gets technical. It's when you're really playing off your ability. It's when you're really following all your keys that's been going on. Now look at Central Dauphin. They've been getting 6 yards here, 5 yards here. Remember in the first half, those runs wasn't that. So let's flip-flop it on Harrisburg's side. Harrisburg could barely complete those 5 and 6 yard passes. Now they are open because Central Dauphin is playing over. Now they have figured out, and the receivers are setting in the open spots that's in the zone. And Jerome know, like I know, if you're a receiver, you have to find the open spot in the zone. That's how Wes Worker became Wes Worker, and the slot receiver was the slot receiver that was invented today, guys.
Mm-hmm. Harrisburg's doing a great job of mixing up the run and the short pass this half, and also keeping their poise when they have to throw the pass. There's no one near them to pick off anything so far, right?
Yeah, and I think part of it is because of the fact that they're not trying to hit home runs. I mean, you know, this team is showing when you play a zone this tight, it's going to be hard to get behind it. So you got to take what they give you. The zone is going to have pockets, but you got to run the football. And we know, Plant can take a ball, a handoff, and take it 60 yards. All he needs is to be fed the ball, and it could happen.
Here we go, starting the fourth quarter now. Harrisburg has tied it up 7-7. Looks like a blitz coming up here. They hand it off to Plant. Plant's jammed for a moment. Manages to find a way to maybe get a yard or two. They were bringing a blitz off that far side. So Plant will get a couple on the play, maybe one, and let's call it second down and 9 yards to go.
And Amir Walton has been doing really well from that defensive end position. 6 foot, 213-pound senior defensive end. Those guys up front have really played a great game for Central Dauphin. This whole defense has done a great job. So they have to see if they can keep this up.
2 receivers near side, 1 far side, 1 man in the slot. Spread offense here. Straight back. Looking for a man over the middle there. You got it. And just beyond the outstretched hands of Amir Pittman. And Pittman ran an inside slant, and it looked like he had him wide open there just for a moment, did Williams.
And McNeil actually had another guy open, too. Kari was on the other side running an in route as well. So he had his choice, but in this situation, the ball was a little too far for the receiver, and that would have been a huge play for Harrisburg. Don't be surprised if they come back to that.
I'm just going to say that's a play that was so wide open, you're going to have to see him come back at some point in time. Third down now and 9 yards to go. Harrisburg does not want this drive to stall. Straight back again. They're doing the same thing? No. O'Neal is going to be brought down. Moment of indecision, and who's there again? It's Elijah Vargas. He's been there all day long.
He has, and I'll tell you what, you know, he's coming. He's a shorter linebacker. He just splits it. I don't think anybody saw him at all, and McNeil definitely didn't see him. And next thing you know, he's in the face of the quarterback and able to get the sack.
So for Harrisburg now, looks like you're going to try to get some bad field position on Central Dauphin. See if they can pin him up inside the 10 maybe.
I do like the call of Central Dauphin, not just sitting back. As you can see, they're sending guys. They're blitzing almost every play on 3rd and long, especially trying to get guys at the quarterback.
Trevion Carey with the punt. Oh, and not a good one. Straight up. Oh, and it hit a Central Dauphin player right there. Harrisburg's got the football.
Wow.
That's one of those punts, it's so short, it's going to hit a body somewhere, and it hit one that's green and white.
Boy, was Carey bailed out on that one. See, you see him, he punts the ball, he put his hands in his head. Oh. He's like, oh my God, this is horrible. And yet he gets bailed out right here.
Now look at the
and
crazy
you just
hop.
You cannot go near the ball,
Danny Feliciano was just in the wrong place at the wrong time.
You gotta get away from the ball. You have to. And he went to the ball for some reason, and what happens, it takes a bounce.
Well, I think they were all looking around for it. It was so short and bounced around so crazily that he just didn't know where it was. Huge break. Second big break of the half here now for Harrisburg. Actually, 3rd big break with a missed field goal. Here's Harrisburg down. Near side it goes. And Kabir Day, even on the tackle, picks up about 3 yards.
And on that play, I'm not sure what Williams, the holdup was. He kind of pump faked, and Day's wide open sitting there, and you want to get the ball to him as fast as possible so he can turn it upfield and do something with it.
I think he saw a man there for a moment. I wasn't quite sure about the place, but it made sure. Instead of making the quick decision, made sure. Smart play. Picks up 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down, or make that 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6. Williams keeps the ball himself this time. Gets down near the 25-yard line, maybe the 24.
I tell you, the one thing that would worry me about Williams, and this is about longevity, he holds the ball out, but he also allows himself to take a lot of shots. He takes a lot of shots. So he's, getting upfield is not the problem, but he's fighting for every down, which you want to do. But coming in late, you see one of the Central Dauphin defenders come and tease off on him too, and you don't want to be taking shots like that if you don't have to.
Cover that thing up too. So 3rd and 4.
And it's probably 4 down territory
easily
for the Cougars.
There's the inside. Testing, getting down near 1st down yard, probably just a yard short.
I tell you, it is hard sledding down there, man. That defense is just not easy to run on. I mean, they just aren't. They are filling every gap. These linebackers are so aggressive. Like, all 4 of them are aggressive, and they're just coming.
Jalen Mosby with his first carry of the day there. So it's 4th and a long 1 right now. Says 2 on the board. It looks like a long 1. Do you hand it to Plant here? Do you pass the football?
Or do you keep it?
Or do you keep it yourself? How about Plant? Plant shoves it forward, gets some help from his friends, and he's got a 1st down.
So, they choose, he just moves the pile. That's where you get those, that's those squats that you do in the offseason. You do them for that. For linemen as well as the running back, Plant, has to use those legs and dig. And you have guys like Vargas that know his first thing is Vargas trying to get those legs to stop.
And the word is leverage.
Yep.
So 1st down here for Harrisburg at the 20-yard line of Central Dauphin. There's a quick pass outside. And another good job of finding the easy pass out there, shy of those defenders. And again, his favorite target, Kamir Day, the senior, sure-handed. So it'll be 2nd down now and a very manageable 2 for Harrisburg as they are inside the 15 down near the 12-yard line.
And again, just methodically take your time if you're Harrisburg.
And again, a little hesitation there. Look out. As a man in the end zone. Did he catch it? Let's wait and see.
Wow.
Touchdown.
Wow.
What a play by Nakari Williams.
I'll be honest with you. I was up here wondering, what is Nakari Williams doing? And yet he finds in the back of the end zone Carey, who, let's talk about his hands. He really catches the ball well.
Let's make sure he didn't use the ground. Now Williams buys himself some time. He's looking. Carey sees it. Carey starts to come back across. Now watch this catch. Carey stretches it out. He's got it in his hands.
Yep.
Did he use the ground to help him?
It's hard to know because he did have it. So I don't know if the ground, my understanding is if you're holding the ball
right.
can touch as long as you have it. And the official was there and called it. I mean, I liked how Williams kind of directed him too. Like, keep going, I'll hit you, and he hits him. And Harrisburg's able to score. I mean, this has been a game for Harrisburg.
Here's McNeil with the extra point. It's up. It is good. Harrisburg has taken the lead 14-7, 7:27 to go in the fourth quarter. And the Cougars are on a roll here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
You just went. Here's the deal. Road trips can get pricey. At rest stops alone, there's lunch, snacks, gas. So instead, I go to Giant and get bonus buy savings on everything we need to stay on the road.
I forgot my retainer.
If we ever leave.
Everything you need at prices you'll love. Only at Giant.
Our brand boneless, skinless chicken breasts. This week, $1.69 per pound.
And coming up at the end of the game is the Giant Foods post-game report. We'll feature the Pizza Hut play of the game. Might have just seen it right there. And discuss the Hoffman Ford player of the game. Let's go down to Archie Smith Jr. Archie, another great drive off the third mistake, really, of Central Dauphin this half.
Well, as you can see, the time has turned around, guys. As you see, Harrisburg, momentum is building. Now they switch back quarterbacks, and I can hear everybody saying why Nakara didn't throw the ball. He had two reads. He could have handed the ball off. He could have hit playing in the flats, but he wanted to keep the play alive, and that's what all great quarterbacks do. They want to keep the play alive and make a big play. He needed to make this play for his team right now, and you get points on the board.
And you have to give him credit. I mean, coming back from the interceptions, and coming back and being able to play well in that situation.
Onside kick by Harrisburg, a good field position as it's covered up by number 35, Manny Feliciano, who was the guy, ironically enough, who got hit with the punt a few minutes ago. So Feliciano does good on the other side and covers up the kickoff. And I'm not sure why Harrisburg did that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I mean, at this point, your defense has played so well. You make Central Dauphin take this the whole way.
Take a look at that last drive by Harrisburg. It was a good one. They get the mistake. Here's what started it. Feliciano's going to get hit. No one knows with his ball. As everyone's looking around, all of a sudden Feliciano says, oh, I'm supposed to pick it up? No, I got to get away from it. And then great pass. It's outside to Kabir Day. And then you come back to your other favorite target, and Nakari Williams buys time in this. Now watch coming back across the end zone here, and you can see the man, Trevion Carey, with that beautiful catch. And all of a sudden now Central Dauphin answers on the other side.
Right.
Rumbling downfield here. And it was Tyrese Fuller, and Central Dauphin says, wait a second, game's not over yet, guys.
And if you're Harrisburg, you have to, my thought is you kick the ball and you make Central Dauphin go the whole field. So for them to I mean, I understand you're trying to be aggressive, but you gave Central Dauphin a short field to work with.
So pass to Fuller gets it down right now to about the 31-yard line. And the handoff will go to Malachi Bowman. Bowman picks up 2 on the play. It'll be second down and 8 yards to go.
And you see Harrisburg defended that very well. All lanes were pretty much filled up, and they came up and made the play, so good defensive effort there. Let's see what Central Dauphin can dial up here. I mean, you have an opportunity you have a short field to work with, an opportunity to try to put some points on the board with under 7 minutes left in the game.
Fake. Oh, and look at this running right here. And they're going to get a first down.
Wow.
Little help from your friends. That looked more like a rugby scrum, didn't it?
It definitely did. I mean, you're talking about Kyle Eagle, 5'9", almost 200-pound running back. Just keeps those legs churning, and that gets a first down for Central Dauphin. And right now, Central Dauphin has momentum here.
He might not fly like an eagle, but he plows like a plow horse.
Yes, he
there.
does.
Trips near side for Central Dauphin. Another first down. They're on the march, coming back and trying to answer. There's your pass. Inside handoff to Timmy Smith, and Smith's going to be jammed up at the line of scrimmage. 17 rather to go in this one. Central Dauphin has not scored since the first quarter. They've had 5 interceptions against Harrisburg. Played a mistake-free first half. This half, they missed a field goal. They had an interception, and they had a muffed punt. Another good pass. This time they're going to find Shamlin Joppi out here on the near side. Not much of a gain on that, but a few.
And we're actually at 5:44, 43 and counting, so the clock is ticking.
Forgive me, I said 8.
Yeah, and that's the problem. That's what, if you kick the ball deep and you make this Central Dauphin, they haven't had any big plays.
Right.
You could have, chewed. I mean, a lot of clock could have been gone, and they methodically going upfield. You could have shut them down, but now they're at least in field goal range. So, that play necessarily, didn't work out the way Coach Everett wanted it to work out.
I'm not sure they're thinking field goal here. I think they're thinking touchdown and maybe not have another opportunity. Let's take a look. Got some room to run out on the far side, maybe for a first down. Let's see if he gets it. He does, and more. Down near the 5, down to the goal line. He might be in. Let's see. Touchdown. Wow.
What a play.
Max Mosey was trying to get a pass, jumped out at the back, saw the first down markers, went for that, dove for more, managed to somehow find his way to the end zone. Watch this.
The sophomore, the youngin, puts it on his back and says, no, I'm not just getting the first down, I'm getting a touchdown. Gutsy run by that quarterback. And now Central Dauphin has a chance to even this game up.
Central Dauphin answers the touchdown by Harrisburg. And now you have to make that, and Mosey's hurt. He got his bell rung. Might have just had the wind knocked out there.
Yeah.
We'll take a break right now. We have 5:02 to go in this one. An extra point away from being tied up on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your project from start to finish. With 6 locations, Groff Tractor is always nearby your equipment needs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
Let's take a look at this last drive here by Central Dauphin. Man, they covered a lot of room in a hurry. First, you have a nice pass right down the middle to Fuller, Tyrese Fuller. Then you hand off to the inside again to Kyle Eagle, who just plowed forward with a whole lot of his friends helping along.
So it looks like Central Dauphin is going to take the lead. They're not trying to just tie this thing up.
Yeah, kind of amazed here. They're going to try to get 2. Mosey's back in there right now. Mosey turns. He's got a man far side. Covered. Mosey's going to take it himself. Mosey is in for 2. And Mosey does it with his own feet this time again. Touchdown and then the 2-point conversion. What a play by Max Mosey, the sophomore, and Central Dauphin has taken the lead here with 5:13 to go in this one. There's Mosey again. Take a look at him. Fighting his way into the end zone. Down to Archie Smith Jr. Archie, big turn of events here as Mosey carries him on his feet.
There's one thing that we said in the pregame, guys, that we highlighted about Max Mosey, not only being a passer, but being a runner. As knowing and being this guy's coach for the last 4 years, I knew what he can do. This guy is dynamic on his feet. This guy is dynamic, and he's just learning. So one thing that is intriguing is him stepping up in this moment right now, but you cannot count out the Harrisburg Cougars on this next drive right here, guys. What do you think?
And Archie, think about that call for the onside kick and giving Central Dauphin a short field after you just scored a touchdown. You got to look at that call and say, that may have been the call that was a turning point in this game. But like you said, the Cougars we know they're resilient.
And I agree with you, Jerome, because if you guys put up the play, I mean, they only had 30, 45 yards to go.
Yeah. Yeah, they had half the field. I mean, pretty much. And, if you would have got a good kick, pin them back, make them drive 70 yards, 80 yards, and rely on your defense. But instead, they got a short field, made a couple of plays, made the one big play to Fuller on first down, and that chopped that in half. And then before long, they only had 30 less than 30 yards to work with.
Well, and another thing I want to see is the call. What do you think about that call, man? You know, not to tie the game up right here, but let's go for the lead and put our hands on our defense. Who's been having a great standing out here, guys? What do you think about that, Jerome?
I mean, I think it was a good, gutsy call, but it worked.
5:02 to go now, and we'll see if Harrisburg can answer one more time. Quick pass out near side. And quickly out to Kyle Williams Jr. Good pickup on the play.
And if you're Harrisburg, again, you don't want to make any mistakes. You get a first down on the play. You want to take this. You want to get in the end zone and not give Central Dauphin much time to work with if you can. So again, good play on first down. You get the first down. You want to keep the ball moving.
Got plenty of time right here, but you're going to have to pick up 15 or 20 here at some point in time. So first down at the 30-yard line for Harrisburg. Can have no mistakes now. Another quick pass. And could have stepped out of bounds. Now you got a late flag coming in. Illegal man downfield. Again, you can't have mistakes right now. It looks like an illegal receiver downfield. So that's going to put a little crimp in the drive here.
And that's big Nate Bruce on the outside, getting downfield a little bit too early.
But one thing you do have, guys, is in this run-pass option offense, the lineman is getting down the field because they don't know if it's a run or it's a pass. That's why the pass has to be quick. So you do not get the lineman at least 2 to 3 yards down the field.
So it will be first down replayed now, 15 yards. First and 15 for the Cougars. Down 1 point right now. You know, on that 2-point conversion, I think Central Dauphin's saying, hey, we can stop, but we can still get a chance for a field goal later on. Here's Harrisburg, good outside pass, gets some of that yardage back up past the 30-yard line, out near the 34. I think they thought, you know, if we put a 1-point lead on them, pressure's now going on to Harrisburg,
yeah, that's
not
true.
on us.
Yeah, because if they make a mistake, you get the ball back, you can maybe kill the clock and win the game. So, again, gutsy call. You know, by Central Dauphin. They're well coached. I mean, both of these teams are very well coached. So that's what makes this game so special. It's a division game. It's one of those things that is a big mid-pen Commonwealth game, so you never know what can happen, and records are thrown out the window.
Well, as a coach, too, you're telling your players, we came here to win. We didn't come here to lose close or you know, get to overtime. So in Harrisburg with a huge third down coming up here. 4:15 left in this one. And here's the question. If you don't get this third down, do you go for a fourth?
Right.
On a short field.
Right. One of the things they have to realize, too, is that Central Dauphin secondary is giving these Harrisburg receivers a lot of cushion. So that means you got a lot to work with. When you see what a first down marker is, something quick hitting like they've been doing has been getting first downs for them.
Got a timeout on the field, I think. We'll wait and see. Timeout on the field, and it is for Harrisburg. We'll take one as well. We'll be right back. And they actually told us, let's stick around here and let's take a look at our hit parade for the afternoon. Here
I'll tell you what, it has been a game of defense. So we're going to have a lot of big hits on this one. I mean, just guys just going at it. I mean, every level, downhill football from the defensive end. And when guys catch passes, they're getting lit up too. I mean, you get everybody involved. I mean, these guys tonight are going to be icing themselves at every turn because of the big hits. Wow.
Both these teams getting after it here this afternoon. A huge Commonwealth matchup. And right now, Central Dauphin, some would say maybe an upset. Maybe Central Dauphin wouldn't say that.
Right. I mean, I think, you know, when these things happen with these two teams, and I know Archie talked about it, when they played each other in the district championship game last year, it was tough sledding, and they both played extremely well. And what we saw from Central Dauphin is they didn't back down. They relied on that defense, methodical on the offensive end, and they were able to get the job done. And they're trying to get to the point of possibly winning it this time. They didn't win it. They came up short last year, but man, did they give Harrisburg all they can handle, and they want to see if they can get that win today.
You got to think Carey or Day are the targets right here. Let's wait and see. And it's a first down right on the marker.
And again, that's what we said. Central Dauphin secondary, they're giving a lot of cushion. And in order to, my thinking, if it's 3rd and 8, you play a little bit tighter, but your fear is that you give up the big play on Harrisburg and you get scored on.
And who do you go to? Kamir Day right out there. He knew exactly where he needed to go to, or sat right down on that first down marker.
Yeah, Day and Carey have been the guys right now.
We tick down under 4 now to 3:35. And there's movement on the left side. And just not what you want to see. Again, Nate Bruce moving and kind of lifted up on that near side.
Yeah, and that's those mistakes that Harrisburg didn't have on the other 2 drives that were scoring drives. And now you see 2 by the big captain.
So Harrisburg with the ball at the 36-yard line. The first down, 15 yards to go. At this point, though, touchdown is the only thing you need, so you've got to make up some yards here in a hurry. Trips near side, one far side. Wide open out here again, it's Carey. Carey might want to try to get out of bounds and save the clock, and he does.
So again, when you're given all that cushion, you have to come up and make the tackle. And you saw Tyrese Filler coming up and making a good tackle. You don't want him getting any yards if you can avoid it.
Then as a receiver, you want to make sure you get as much as you can, but then get to that sideline. Save yourself timeouts. So a gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6 yards to go. Our Giant Foods post-game report coming up will feature the Pizza Hut play of the game and the Hoffman Ford player of the game. And look at our next broadcast date. Gary Sutton, Jerome Presley, Archie Smith Jr. here with you. Again, out near the 50, maybe a yard short of the first down, maybe a little more than that. Got out to the 49-yard line, so by my calculations, you're about a long yard short right now. Yeah. Good job by McNeil of recognizing and stepping out of bounds. So again, you're saving a lot of clock right here, but still got some field to go right now.
And again, one of the things Harrisburg does not have right now is Plant is not in the game. Jameer Plant is sitting on the bench, not sure what's going on with him, but he's not in the game. So one of your playmakers is not in the game.
Inside handoff straight ahead. Nice dive forward by Jalen Hosby, 5'8" junior. And Harrisburg gets the first down, stops the clock again. Now, if you're the Cougars, you want to get lined up as quickly as possible. Another quick handoff right at the middle of Hosby, and Hosby dives forward down to the 40-yard line of Central Dauphin, so Harrisburg moving.
And that was a good call. I mean, Harrisburg, Central Dauphin wasn't lined up. Harrisburg's going hurry up.
It's a fumble. Who's got it? Central Dauphin says they have it.
And they do.
Again, you went a little too quick. Hosby never had his hand on the ball that time, and yet another turnover here, the 6th big turnover of the day for Harrisburg.
And again, if it comes down that they can't, that Central Dauphin wins, you look at those turnovers and you put yourself in such a difficult position with those turnovers.
Archie Smith never had his hands on the ball that time, able to put it away.
You can see it, guys, and Central Dauphin was aggressive on the line right there, but guess who was around the ball again? This guy has 2 interceptions and 2 fumble recoveries on the day, guys.
And we're talking about number 34 there.
Number 4, Vargas.
Vargas, and 34, Timmy Smith on tackle as well. But Vargas all over it all afternoon, Archie. So Central Dauphin now maybe get a first down, and this one's over.
Yeah.
They're going to just run Timmy Smith right here. You know, you go back to that onside kick again, Jerome. That was unbelievable. Now, they were making a nice move here on this drive as well, and another turnover, but that onside kick, I just didn't quite understand that because your defense has been playing really, really well all day.
And Harrisburg doesn't have the ability to stop the clock. I don't think they have any timeouts either. So CD, may be able to salt this game away.
Milking it right now. They're watching the clock. There's your inside handoff again. Straight forward goes Timmy Smith, sure-handed running back. And we continue to roll on down here right now. Now a timeout on the field. And the timeout, I believe, is for Harrisburg.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure how many was left, so apparently Harrisburg must have a timeout.
So Harrisburg calls their timeout here. We'll take a break as well. We'll come right back. It is in the final 141 of the game. Central Dauphin 15, Harrisburg 14 on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.3.
I got the phone call that every parent dreads. Our beautiful 19-year-old daughter Peyton had died. Sudden cardiac arrest had ended her precious young life. This #1 killer of student athletes and leading cause of death on school campuses attacked our family. Many heart conditions that can lead to sudden cardiac arrest aren't found during routine physicals. That's why the Peyton Walker Foundation provides free heart screenings for teens. Help prevent sudden cardiac arrest in your family. Visit PeytonWalker.org.
And don't forget, coming up at the end of the game, the Giant Foods postgame report, where we'll feature the Pizza Hut play of the game and discuss the Hoffman Ford player of the game. And Central Dauphin trying now to put this one away. Went for 2, got it. They lead by 1. 1:41 to go. Mosley just kind of hanging on to it himself and making sure he covers it up, goes down. It'll be 4th down. Chance to putt it out of there for Central Dauphin. And
so Harrisburg will have some time. Not a lot, but they'll have some time.
They're going to let this tick down a long way before they have to punt it.
Yeah.
So Central Dauphin in no hurry. And the clock is still going down. And players for Harrisburg saying, why is the clock going down? It looks like Central Dauphin is just kind of standing over there. There's no timeout.
Yeah, there's no timeout, so you know they're going to try to take this ball way down.
Now they call timeout. They let the clock go way down. Now they call timeout.
So Harrisburg won't have a lot of time here.
Smart move there by Coach Glenn McNamee. And now you got the all-important punt. So Harrisburg has not had a chance to get back there all day.
Yeah.
A little missed snap, something like that.
There's so many things. We've seen it so often with punts. Either you get a bad punt or you get a return. You know what I mean? So Central Dauphin's not out of the woods yet. They have the ability to salt this away, but they have to play. You know, you can't let it go right now. There's still enough time for Harrisburg to come down and make something happen. CD has played an amazing game. They made this game ugly, and that's the way they were going to win it. They were going to win it by it being ugly, and they made it ugly.
Archie, yeah, the big play of the game coming up right now with this punt. And if you're the punter out there, you're thinking a lot about what's coming up next.
Well, one thing I want to do, I want to make sure that I feel the snap and just get a nice kickoff. But guys, and you guys can attest for this, it's still a lot of time to be played in this game right here.
Well, Pomeroy has been pretty solid all afternoon. But you know he's thinking about this one and making sure, give me a good snap and let me get a good hit out of here. And Harrisburg's going to be coming. Here's Pomeroy, plenty of time.
So they're going to play coverage.
And a beautiful kick. And Plant stepped away from it instead of coming up to play it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what his thoughts were there to not come up and get that. I mean, you don't know what you can do there. You just let it drop. Now you have 43 seconds, and you need a big chunk of yardage. You have no timeouts. You have no timeouts.
Well, and you watch Central Dauphin now. They're going to be sitting back 15, 20 yards with their safeties in there.
And see, in situations like this, I always want to bring one more person than just the standard 3.
Right.
Because I don't want a quarterback to get on heaves. I don't want him to get comfortable. I want to send at least one more person. So Central Dauphin, it looks like they're going to stay in like their regular defense. I mean, I would put guys at least a 50.
Well, they got Chimenti back there at free safety. I mean, he's looking for everything. Over the middle, you got him in. And again, it's going to be Carey. So you got a first down. You'll stop the clock. Now you have to get up there quickly and get all set to go.
And when they move the marker, they have to stop the clock briefly.
Straight back. Look at it again. Oh, man, and just an off-balance throw. It's incomplete, so it will stop the clock with 28.3 seconds to go and a mile to go here.
Yeah, now you see Central Dauphin is really backed up. And one of the things that Central Dauphin is doing well is they're not letting Williams set up back there. They're getting pressure with 3 guys. I mean, and those guys are coming, and they're getting pressure with him, so they're forcing him to move instead of just sitting back and cocking it. And he has an arm, so he can get it downfield.
So you got Nakari Williams in there at quarterback right now. 28.3 seconds to go.
Now they're blitzing.
There it is. You got a man open near side, and you dive down, but clock's only going to stop for a second to reset the chain.
And man, was that a shoestring tackle right there.
20.7 seconds to go now. Harrisburg. And there you're going to throw it down and stop the clock. A little confusion down there right now. 3 seconds went off the clock, but I'm going to be surprised they don't put it back up. It almost looked like Williams threw the ball down but hit a player in doing it, and that's why the seconds went off. So he picked it back up and ran with it. So it doesn't look like they're going to put it back on the clock. So 17.7 seconds to go. You don't have many, maybe 2, maybe 3 more plays here. Williams straight back. Across the middle, he's got a man wide open inside the 20, to the 10, down to the 5, diving for the goal line, near the 2-yard line. Now they're going to ask, is there any time left on the clock? Clock shows 0. The officials are gathering together.
Yeah, the officials, I think this is it.
The officials gathering together. Harrisburg thought they might have 2 or 3 seconds left. You can see head coach Calvin Everett. He thinks there's time left on the clock. The clock looks like it messed up right there. Look, there's still 5 seconds on the clock.
5 seconds on the clock, guys.
5 seconds on the clock. Wow. Wow. It's 5 seconds left on the clock. And that would make it about right, because it was at 17. So that play wasn't that long. No way was that play 17 seconds. No. So yeah, there would be time left on the clock.
I'm sitting there counting kind of
I agree with that.
6 or 5 seconds left.
Yes.
So here we are, Harrisburg with a chance to pull this out. The ball, they don't have the flags, the chains down. The ball looked like it was about a 2.
All right, hold on a second. It's still there. The officials are leaving. The officials are leaving.
Oh my gosh.
They're calling the game. The officials are leaving. Whoa, the officials are leaving.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Archie, let's go to you. Archie, what do you have down there?
Here we go, guys. I'm going in to see what's to talk about. The referees are calling the game.
They're calling it. That's it.
They are walking off.
Wow,
guys.
that's it. Central Dauphin has pulled off an upset.
Coach Calvin
here.
is arguing that it is 5 seconds, guys.
See if you could ask the referee there, Archie, what to call.
That's it.
Calvin Everett pleaded his case right here. What a strange ending to a game.
Yeah, that's a strange ending to a game. Total strange ending to a game.
I mean, okay, let's take a look. So let's see if we can take a look at this play and kind of count it off.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the big thing, though.
Here it is, down at the 4.
Yeah, it'll still tick away, though.
But it was
so
a
the
first
clock
down.
runs.
But it was a first down, right?
It was a first down, so
the clock should have stopped.
It's a first down, so the clock would have at least stopped for the first down, so that they can move the flag. So that should have probably gave them some seconds.
Yeah, but you have to reset the clock right there.
You have to reset yeah. Started at 17, so it ran down 9.
So we had 17.7. It ran down 9 seconds, which would leave you about 8 seconds
8 seconds.
Left.
So you would think it would be 8 seconds, somewhere around 7 or 8 seconds left on the clock. Now, again, the thought would be the clock would keep running because the ball carrier was tackled inbounds. However, it was a first down. So because of the first down, the clock stops so that the officials can move the marker, and then it starts the second right there. So it should have probably stopped at that point. Once it was a first down.
That's the same thing Coach Calvin is offering. Guys, listen here. He is not letting this go. I mean, it is very unfortunate on both sides. I mean, but CD is already in the locker room, guys, and you know, like I know, man, they're not coming back out here.
No, it's over at this point. I mean, if you think about it like this.
Well, the play didn't take 17 seconds.
It did not, and that's what you're saying. The play didn't take 17 seconds, and because of the fact that the ball carrier was tackled inbounds, but he got the first down. So because he had the first down, the clock has to stop so that they can reset the yard markers. So that would have at least gave them time to set up, spike it, maybe a second to spike it, and then run a play.
Right. One argument was that the head ref said he looked up and seen all zeros on the clock. Now they were trying to say that it was a miscommunication between the clock, but the clock is not an official. So they cannot talk to the person who's running the clock because they're not an illegal official. So the officials have to go off what they seen. He said he looked up at the clock, he's seen all zeros.
Yes, but like you said, though, there's a timekeeper, official timekeeper on the field. So if there's an official timekeeper on the field, that's what you go off of. You don't go off of the clock, because sometimes we've had situations where clocks will go busted, and you have to go with the official timekeeper.
Well, we're going to take a break. Let's take a look, first of all, as we come up right now at our Giant Foods post-game report. It looks like Central Dolphins won this one, 15-14, although lots of question marks down in the field right now. And our play of the game, and this was a good one. Take a look. Max Mosey took off, headed for the end zone for a 2-point conversion, and that, after he had run it in for a touchdown, provided the winning points here, 15-14. Max Mosey with his feet scoring the touchdown, and then the 2-point conversion, which changed the entire complexion of this game. And our Pizza Hut play of the game. Now our Hoffman Ford player of the game, well, guess who? Max Mosey with his feet this afternoon, with his arm as well. Throwing some great passes downfield all day long. The sophomore looked really good today. And here he is again, looking the other side, taking off, doing it with his feet. And watch this touchdown run right here. A spin, reaching the goal line and banging it in. And then again, here he is, 2-point conversion. And those were the 2 points that counted. And that is it here this afternoon.
What a game.
Wow. Archie, final thoughts on this one today? We have Archie down there?
Yes, guys. Still down here, you know, seeing everything, man. The energy and just, man, like I told you, remember I said it was when it was 50-some seconds ago, I told you guys that was a lot of time. Now, if you would have told me that this right here would have transpired in those 52 seconds, man, I mean, was a unbelievable event. I mean, the freshman Kyle Williams Jr. making that play, guys, and it looks like he was trying to get out of bounds, but it looked like he almost scored. But I'm gonna tell you what really threw the game. You know, after that play right there, Central Dauphin rushed the field. They thought the game was over, which everybody thought the game was over.
Right.
Except You know, the guys are talking about the clock. So, you know, guys, this is going to go down about a clock issue. But if you look at the gameplay, guys, oh, my gosh, you can take nothing away. This was a great game.
But, Jerome, you know, when you look at it, the gutsy move of going for 2 instead of tying it up really changed the whole game around here.
That won the game for you. You going for 2, and then you rely on your defense. And you think about each team. If you look at Harrisburg, this is your first conference loss. I mean, this doesn't take away from the season. It doesn't really take away from the possibility to make the playoffs or win the league. You go up to State College and win that game, you're still in the driver's seat for the league, so you don't have to worry about that. If you're Central Dauphin, you needed this win. To keep your playoff hopes alive, you needed this win because another loss here would have put you in a situation where making the playoffs would have been extremely difficult. So they get the win. Harrisburg gets a loss, but it's not bad.
And both teams now go to 4-2. And, of course, Harrisburg will be playing State College next week. And, of course, our next game will be Friday, October 4th at 7 p.m. Altoona at Central Dauphin. Stay tuned right now, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go away. We have the Giant postgame featuring our no, we don't have the Giant. We're getting out right now, and I was jumping back there. I like that postgame so much, I wanted to do it again there, Jerome. Anyway, thanks so much for joining us this afternoon. Central Dauphin, 15, Harrisburg, 14 on High School Sports Live TV. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.